Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing today? On this fine day, how are we doing, guys? Are you all good? It is good to see ya. We're back at it again. Hopefully you've had a good weekend. Hopefully you're ready for the week ahead, guys. It's Monday. I know it's Monday, but hopefully we can make it a good Monday, right? Hopefully we can make it a good Monday. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Okay, I don't know why YouTube switched to ultra low latency. What the hell? Hopefully the stream's all good, guys. You'll have to let me know if there's any issues with the stream, because YouTube's decided to switch to ultra low latency when I'd only set it to low latency. Yay, YouTube. Now he's telling me the resolution's wrong, but we'll just see. We'll push through and see if it's okay. All right, we'll see if it's okay. Let me know if the stream's running all right. If you have any issues, drop it from 1440p to 1080 maybe. That might fix it. I don't know. I'm getting trolled. But how are we doing, guys? As I say, hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you're ready for the week ahead. Welcome to the stream. Virgon, what's going on? Leo, welcome. What's going on, Ines? What's going on, Arknights? Welcome, Mr. Comment Cheese. How goes it, everybody? Are you doing good? Are you doing well? It's good to see you. Guys, we're going to do some more Arknights today. But today, I want you guys to help me out a little bit here. Right? I want you to, help me, corral me, push me in the direction of which 6-star we're going to be choosing from the selector that you got from the pack, the one that I've just bought, right? We've got actually 3 selectors to do today, though. We've got obviously the pack selector, we've got the starter selector, and then we've got another selector as well. I don't know if it's a 5-star. I'm not too sure what the selector is, but we've got 3 anyway, so we'll do all 3. But obviously the main one is the big one, is the one that we got from the pack, which we're gonna check out. So I've told people to put in their videos, operator showcase videos in React Smash, so we'll check out some of those. I will admit, off the bat, right, we're kind of focusing towards Ines, Ascalon, and the Reed Altar, right? They're the 3 at the moment. Now, somebody might show me somewhere, I'm like, yeah, no, what, actually, I like that one. But they're the 3 that I'm kind of at the moment, you know? I'm kind of thinking of. What's going on, Joshua? Welcome to the stream. Scarf, how's it going? What's going on here? Welcome to the stream. Gamba 2. We'll see about that. No peer pressure. How many gold certificates do I have? I don't know, actually, Mr. Comment. I don't know. Welcome to the stream as well, Easy. Hello, everyone, and good morning. Yeah, man. Good morning. Getting ready for work. Well, hopefully you have a good day at work, dude. Hopefully you have a good day at work. So, yeah, you guys will have to let me know at the stream. Let me know if there's any issues today, right? That's not on your end, right? I know sometimes, you know, you can have net issues. We all have net issues. Let me know if the stream's okay. I'd really appreciate that. Because as I say, YouTube switched to the ultra low latency. I think it's because I turned it onto ultra low latency through Restream. Just for the chat. Because my stream doesn't run through Restream. But, yeah, it's actually doing that. So, whatever. I think you should ask which one not to pick first. It was less heated. With 180 gold search, you can get 6-star off the bat in the store. I don't know how many I've got, actually. We'll have a look as well, Mr. Comment. We'll have a look. Easy day today. New system, so customers will be light as we are closed for most of the shift. Nice. Let's go. W then. Great way to start Monday, right? Nice, easy shift, man. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, we're gonna look at some showcases, chat. We're gonna look at some showcases, right? I do want to look at something here over on Withering Waves website as well. The Dreaming Deep Solaris Film Festival. I'm curious what the hell this is all about. I want to have a little look at it. I think he's at the roguelike event that's coming to the game. We'll have a look at that as well. And yeah, we'll do the normal yapathon, right? Bit of yapping, yeah? I streamed last night, guys. I played a little bit of Ethereum Restart, actually. I'm still loving the game. We went into a tournament. We got to the final, but we got giga smashed in the final. I don't know if it was a whale or just... There was a lot higher level than me anyway, but we got giga smashed, basically. Best of 3. It was 2-0, right? Didn't even stand a chance. But I won all my bracket fights, which was kind of chill. Didn't expect it. But yeah, we got trounced in the final chat. We got absolutely trounced. I might upload that video actually as the first tournament weekend challenge in Ethereum Restart. It was fun. It was really fun actually. I suppose that's where you will get wailed on, is in the little tournaments like in Etheria. Do some polls, throw them in a bracket. Let him show his account state later so chat can decide. Yeah, I can show you guys my my operators in my account. I'm asking since he can probably help kick Reed Ultra off the selector list since she's coming soon. Yes, that's the point. Like, a few people have been mentioning that Reed Ultra's coming to the shop, so I am kind of considering. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe we'll hold off on Reed. We'll see. Maybe we'll hold off on Reed, but just as I say, they're like the three that I've been thinking of. I still need to see gameplay of Ines though, however you pronounce it, Ines, however you pronounce it, because people keep banging on about that character, and I still haven't seen gameplay. So we're gonna have to rectify that today. Have a little look, because I hadn't seen gameplay of Reed Ultra or Ascalon, and then I saw it and was like, holy shit, they look sick. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that as well. Zero, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Me, 490 yellow certs. Ooh, nice, big flex. How many is it to get a 6-star? Did you say? 180 to get a 6-star, yeah? Kevin, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. What's going on, Luis? That seems to kind of be the consensus. The main consensus seems to be Ines, and then there's I think that, you know, coming in close, well, not so much close seconds, but coming in like seconds and thirds, you're like looking at Ascalon, Reed Ultra. Those two seem to be some of the main ones that I've seen anyway. Ines isn't flashy, but she's very versatile. Yeah, that's something. Like, one of the reasons why I've been leaning towards Ascalon is the slow, the dot, the AoE, ground tile unit. You know, I'm kind of lacking that a little bit in the minute. I feel like, you know, in the raised tile, the elevated tile, like the ranged casters, all that sort of stuff. I'm not stacked, obviously, because my account's a starter account. Well, I feel like I'm a little bit in a stronger position there. You know, when we have max where it's like, could do with some real good ground pound on the ground units. I'm a little bit light there. You know, obviously Serta's helped out a bit having her in the lineup, but still she's on a E1 at the minute. So, you know, I do think some utility on the ground as well would be helpful. Is Ines an elevated tile or a ground tile? Choose Saga because I'm biased. What's going on, Kaka? We're going to watch, we might do. I do want to get round to watching that, actually. I do want to get round to watching that. Ines and Ascalon are the best choices for sure. If you can wait, Ines Gold. Yeah, I might do that. We'll have a look at how many gold certs I've got in a bit, actually. I think that's a good point what Mr. Comment made, is asking that, because I'm not too sure how many I've got, if I'm honest. I'm not going to lie. I think you undersell Ines damage. She can melt some elites with S3. Great. Okay, ground. Okay. Ines is a vanguard who can reveal invisible enemies and can hit drones. Her skill 2 provides great range and trap enemies in a bind. She's okay. All right, okay. Then that's already sounding good. Yeah, we'll have to have obviously we're going to look at some gameplay of some units that people suggest, but that does sound good. You can check out Dragon. Yes, a few people have mentioned that. A few people have popped in some videos into React Smash, I think, for me to check out for particular units. There's a super video about Ines here. Should you get and build Ascalon from Frostbite? Another one from Frostbite here. Should you get and build Penance? Should you get and build Exeter Ultra? Should you build Mlynar? Should you build Lynn? Should you build Degenbrecher? Should you build Jessica Ultra? You know, we got a few in here. Should you get them build Canterville or Canterboil? Dagger as well. That video that you put in of the most Aussie interaction ever had me howling. That was brilliant. We might watch that in a second, actually, because I thought it was hilarious. Ines is a ground child, but you can attack flying enemies. Okay, yeah, that versatility there does sound pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's what I want at the minute. I'm leaning a bit more towards ground tile unit, right? Although Reed Ultra looks ridiculous, but I'm leaning towards a ground tile unit, and versatility as well seems to be like where I want to go, you know? Because you guys know, well, you've seen how I play. I think versatility would be a thing that helps me, right? You know? Definitely. He's really solid. Go for it. Just watch every single operator video on YouTube. What's going on, Yuhan? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out to everybody in chat, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. Yo, guys, quick question I'll ask of you guys, if you haven't already done so. It's massively appreciated. Drop a like on the stream. It helps out a lot, and I'll love your faces for you. I do have a question to ask you guys in a minute, actually, as well. Not relating to Arknights, but relating to another gacha game, and I'm kind of curious of your guys' input. And I'd ask you as well to go to the post that I've put up and let me know your input there. So I'm planning to make a video on it. I did start recording one earlier, but then I was like, you know what? I'm kind of curious to see what the community's saying. I feel like this is a video where I need to see what other people are saying as well. So we'll talk about it in a second. If you guys want to go over to the post, let me know what you think on the post as well. It would be interesting to see what you've got to say about that also. But yeah. All right, should we get started? Should we get started? You posted year's review. Nice one, Mr. Comment. Yeah, we'll have a look. I was going to say, if you guys have got any suggestions, any units you think, even if you're like, you know what, might not even be the best one to go for, but check this unit out. I'm willing to take a look, because it's one thing I haven't done much of, right? We did a lot of lore reacts on this channel. We've done like a lot of videos surrounding music, you know, the wider world of Terra, but we haven't really looked into units too much, if I'm honest, you know? Obviously, I'm learning more about the game as I play, but like units that I potentially could be looking to get in the future. We haven't spent much time at all looking for units like that, really, or videos like that. So, like I say, if there's any ideas that you've got, even if they're not in the selector, you're just like, dude, you should check out this unit, might be one to look for in the future. You might want to pull on this particular unit. Throw it in there. I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. Ines, she will take a time to get to the shop. I don't know. Apparently soon, yeah, I think. Apparently. What's going on, Jeju? Welcome to the stream. Might not be the best. What's that? What's going on, Ryan? Sometime around ago November. Might not be the best, but my fave in that selector might be Viviana for my personal reasons. That's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I don't mind checking out units that, you know, you guys might be like, you know what? Probably not the meta unit, or probably not best for you, but check this one out. It's an interesting one to look at. I'm down to check it out, man. I'm down to check it out. All right, then. Let's switch over a second. Switch over. Typhon, what's going on, Indian? Welcome to the stream. Ines is generally accepted as the best character in the game, in my opinion. Yeah, better than Wishidel and Logos. Oh, okay. I must admit, what I saw was cracked. I was like shocked, you know, when I first saw it. Not Ines, sorry. When I first saw Reed, sorry, my bad. When I first saw Reed, I was like, damn. But yeah, a lot of people have said the same, Ines. I don't know why I read that as Reed then. I think I'm dyslexic sometimes. Yeah, a lot of people have agreed. Ines seems to be the kind of the consensus, if I'm honest. I'd say like 80% of the answers have been for Ines, really. Viviana's strong right now, but word of warning, she needs a module to be high tier. Okay, that's definitely things that are important to note as well. Let me know characters that are like cracked, and then characters that are cracked once to get the module, because obviously we're not quite there yet. So obviously we want, I don't mind something that we've got to grow into, but I do want to maybe potentially have things that can make some sort of impact at least now, you know? Ice is great for testing you. Yeah, to be fair, Reldon made a good point, because obviously I've got this idea of no support units, right? But Reldon made a good point actually, where he was like, why don't you go back and do some of the older stages and use supports on them? Because that way then using a support's not cheating, because you've cleared the stage anyway. And then that way you can kind of just choose supports that you're thinking about getting, and it's a good way to get an idea about those units. I was like, actually, I never even thought about that. It's kind of a good idea. Not gonna lie. Yo, what's going on, boy? Love, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Hopefully you're doing well. Well, there are a lot of good choices still. You can fall in love with someone else, of course. Yeah, that's why I do want people to throw out their units that you like. This might not be the best one, but I'm chucking it out there, because I'm not gonna lie. I can fall for waifu meta. You know me. I'm a waifu fun meta before a meta guy. So if there's a unit that looks great, fun to play, hey, it might swing me. You know what I mean? It might swing me. Since you have Certi, you don't need another Art Guard. Ines is so vertical. Generate DP, revealing V, 30-second redeploy, etc. Attack flying, good damage, brief bind. Yeah, sounds really good. It does. What's going on, random person? Smart, right? Smart. That was a smart when Relda said that. I was like, actually, it's kind of smart, actually. I didn't think about that. You can grab support units and IS to try too, yeah. That are later on IS levels where you can get temporary operators are great to try them for yourself. Damn, what the hell? No, Noti! Man, YouTube's shafting me. What's going on, upstreamer? YouTube's shafting me. Paradigm, how's he going? As using every contingency contract ever since the release. Okay, alright, that says something. What's going on, me man? To be fair, despite building Ines, I don't always like using her. She's too OP. Okay, alright, that's something to take into account now. Like, I do want some good units, but at the same time, do you want to go cracked? Maybe, I don't know, maybe. I just don't, I could just pull the unit out for no, you know? If I feel like we're steamrolling, we can always just pull it out, like you say, right? That's the thing we can do. We don't have to. I know it's tempting when you get a good unit, right? Miyabi done that to me in Zenless. I've got brain rot in Zenless because I started playing Miyabi for a while. And then when I went back to play other units, I was like, dude, I forgot the enemies attack, yeah? What the fuck? Appearance and art-wise, who do you want to pick? I do really like the look at, like, see, like, I think with me, when it comes to, Arknights, I do obviously like the design of the characters. A big selling thing, you know, like the VFX effects. I think that's a big thing. I love Lappy just because I love Lappy, right? Well, Lappy Ulta, I love like the effects of her attacks, you know, like the wolf heads and stuff. I just think it looks really cool. I must admit, when I first saw Vina, you know, one of the recent banners just gone. When I saw like her VFX, I was like, oh my god, she looks so fucking gorgeous. I must admit, I'm a sucker for that sort of stuff, I am. And Dorothy for the fun. Penance costs 36 DP to deploy. Penance is fun though. What's going on, Crash Kill? What 6 side you have? I would say it depends on what you need. We'll go through. I'll show you guys my my stuff in a minute as well. What's going on, Sag? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Penance is too inconsistent of a unit, to be honest. If no fodder, she's kind of not that good. Operate a battle royale to see what join Pixel's team. Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's do it. Last op standing. I was thinking of getting the pack for Degen or Ascalon. Yeah. Do you know what? I've been like, it actually happened. At the minute, Arknights is my favourite gacha. It's kind of overtook Withering Waves at the minute, right? So I bought the pack when Lappy's Ulta first came out, right? And now I just thought, you know what? I want to spend some more money on the game. Let's supply some Enfield support, right? Let's fund the development of Enfield, because I've just been having a blast with this game. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to support the game. So, and plus it'd be nice to get a 6-star as well. Yeah, what's up? Have you checked Stainless? It's a support unit. It's a pretty interesting kit that lets me be a good support for literally every unit in the game. I basically never use meta characters anymore because I make it boring. My main squad nowadays consists of purely the newest 12 operators released that I have. Speaking of E2 VFX, then there is Pepe. Hot take, Myrtle is overrated. They use Elysium. Ooh, I think a lot of people want to fight you over that. Well played, Penance trivialize your stage, but if you don't play her well, she's straight up detriment. Okay, see, like, I like the idea of that though, like a unit that can be incredibly powerful if played right, because it relies on you actually playing them right. You don't just put them in and they just do things. So yeah. When we talk Sen, we need to name Saga. Nah, Fang. Ascalon is a gem. She's so nice and satisfying to use, but 0 block might be a problem for you. Yeah, I like Ascalon. What you mean? What you mean by that? Yo, it's got a mystery. Welcome to the stream. Ray's also a strong choice, but to look at because she's the best single target sniper right now. Best part about picking an operator, there's never really a wrong answer. Choose whoever stands out. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, the choice will inevitably be mine. But I just want chat to have some input and point out particular things so I can be like, oh, actually, let me look at that. I didn't know about that. You know? Because if it wasn't for chat, I might not have even checked out Ascalon. You know what I mean? And then when I saw Ascalon, I was like, oh, shit, I kind of like her. Kind of like her, you know, she's looking good. How's the stream doing as well, guys? Is it running okay, yeah? Because YouTube's trolling me with the low latency shit, man. Pee me off. Alright, let me get switched over a second here because I wanted do you know what? Before we do that, let me just show you something. Yeah, let me show you something, chat. Let me show you something, man. Dagger put this in Discord yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie. It had me howling. I thought it was funny as hell. I don't know what you guys will think, but I thought it was funny, right? Okay, YouTube. Bro, I don't want to watch that video, bro. What the fuck? YouTube trolling me, man. Okay, the video I wanted to watch was this. Let me start that again, man. Let me start that again. Okay? This is Australia, and this is the most Australian interaction that I think I've ever seen, right? I love Aussies. I think they're hilarious, but I think this was fucking jokes, man. Just watch this, guys. Just watch this.
It's a big dog, mate.
Shove that camera up your ass. Stop fucking pointing it in my face.
I think you're farting, you fuckwit.
Oh, fuck you.
Go fuck yourself. What do you expect, mate? You're walking a fucking llama.
Hey, mate, go and get some fucking brains. There's a difference between a fucking alpaca and a dumb cunt like you. That's an alpaca, alright?
Yeah, you look like one, you fuckwit.
Fuck off, you dumb fuck.
Look here.
That's the most chill, aggressive conversation ever. They're so aggressive to each other, but just so chill at the same time. And just the way the dude's like, what do you expect, man, when you fucking walking a llama? And dude's like, you thick cunt, this is an alpaca. I thought that was brilliant, man. I did. I saw these pigs, fucking mint, man. Dude's like, get the fucking camera out my face. Like, it is kind of wild to see somebody walking an alpaca down the street. Yo, not to be that guy, though, man. But, bro.
What do you expect, mate? You're walking...
Is that its tail? Because I swear to God, I was thinking it was its balls, man. I was like, is that alpaca just got gigantic balls? But I think it's its tail.
Hey, mate, go and get...
Just imagine that, though, getting out your car and seeing somebody walking a fucking alpaca down the street. Crazy. Great. Only in Australia, right? Only in Australia. I'd love to go to Oz. I would. But it just feels like everything's trying to kill you in Australia, right? Is it like the top 10 deadliest creatures all live in Australia? Yeah. Whether insects or what. It's definitely the balls, right? Kind of, yeah. So fucking, I was like, damn, bro. All right, then. So, guys, obviously you can answer in chat. But if you do have an opinion on this, right, I would appreciate it. Go over to this post. On my YouTube. It's the post section now. It used to be the community section, right? The YouTube post section. And I post this up because I'm kind of curious. Because as I say, I'm probably going to make a video talking about this. I did start recording one, but I was like, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to come back to it. I kind of want to see what other people think about this. So while you guys are in here, if you play Withering Waves, if this is something you want to put your opinion out there, put it onto this post and I'll take it into account in the video, right? Because this was a question I wanted to ask you. I've been thinking about it recently, and this is a post basically. Do you believe negative status effects were a good addition to Withering Waves? Been thinking about it recently and would love to know your feelings. Was it implemented in a bad way via kits? Was it brought in at a bad time? Or does it make the game more restrictive? Because I'd like to know your feelings on this. I'd love to know your opinions. So if you go over to that, let me know when you get chance what you think. Is it taking the game in a direction that's not so great? You know, is it a restrictive system in the game, at least for the short term, or is it in a long term restrictive application? Are they boring as well? Because I think 3 out of the 5 are just dot damage, yeah, and they're kind of like really kind of crappy implementations, if I'm honest. I don't think it's an interesting system at all, personally. And hey, what kind of legs does it have as well? You know, I feel like we'll have a new system in the next 12 months in Withering Waves that kind of replaces negative status effects, because I just don't think it's got much steam in it, honestly, without adding a whole cacophony of new negative status effects, because I just don't think there's that much there, personally, anyway. And I'd really like to know what people think about that. So if you get a chance, hop over to the channel, go to the post section, guys, and let me know. There's already people commenting in below what they think about it, and I'd like to know, because personally, I don't think it's the best implementation in the game, honestly. I think it could have been handled better, and I'm not that into it. So I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Obviously, if you play Withering Waves, you don't play Withering Waves, obviously, it doesn't matter, does it? Like, so, yeah, I'd love to know what you think about that, guys. I'd love to know what you think. Honestly, surprised and isn't a recruitment yet. Don't play with it, but negative effects for players isn't bad. Just annoyed if overused. It's very unlikely to be chosen, but because she doesn't exist in recruitment and only Colonel, would love to, Lord, if you could check out what she's capable of. Who are we looking at here? We're looking at what we're talking about, Angier, are we? To be honest, he does get caught lacking, can't even differ between an alpaca and llama, right? That was a funny thing that got me. Dude's like, what the fuck? You can't even tell the difference, you dumb cunt. Angelina and AJ was never in recruitment since day one. Right, okay. Angelina. Okay, we'll have a look then, we'll have a look. Yeah, if you get a chance, guys, hop over, check it out. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about that anyway. Yo, Ducklord, what's going on, dude? Welcome. Let's have a little look-see in Reddit before we hop into the the showcases on the characters and stuff. And have a little look-see. Star Savior had an offline playtest last weekend as well. Apparently that's a turn-based game, yeah. I don't know if it's heavily leaning into the AFK kind of stuff as well. Obviously, we know about this clown announcement from the Infinity Nikki devs, which is a clown announcement. Do you know what, guys? I actually got a little bit excited. About Ananta. I saw this post, right, from yesterday in the Ananta official subreddit, right? And it's obviously, if you Google Ananta now, this is what'll come up, right? And underneath, obviously, the link to the site, it says, the Ananta technical test is coming soon. Dive into this high freedom urban open world RPG as an elite ACD agent and embark on an exhilarating adventure. And I was like, holy shit, is there a test coming? That's been there since they showed off the trailer. So we got Rick rolled, man. They just haven't, little things like that. That description on the link hasn't been changed. Making me a little bit worried about Ananta, right? There's arguments, where they're just away, they're cooking, they're in the kitchen, you know what I mean? They're frying up the good shit kind of thing. But then there's this part of me that's like, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about Ananta, I am, I am. I'm worried that it's all smoke and mirrors, potentially, and that when we do get to see gameplay, it's going to look drastically different to what's been shown. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie. Little things like that. I know it's not a major thing, there's no technical test coming. I think this was for the offline one that was held in China around Christmas time, I believe it was. It was in January, December or something. We're now in May. I think it's time to get that changed. Because apparently, people in the subreddit are like, yeah, this comes up every couple of days. People think it's new. So, they probably really should get it changed. So, yeah. Star Savior sounds like a third. Yeah, I don't really know much about it, if I'm honest. I really don't know much about it. But, yeah, I hope this game isn't smoke and mirrors because, hopefully it's not, guys. Hopefully we don't get what's here. Loving Deepspace on recent subreddits. Yes. I actually went in there for work purposes. I saw a post on Twitter. I didn't know if Infold are fucking up over there as well. Apparently they changed some prices on some stuff. I saw it on I think I saw it on Styx's Twitter and somebody else's Twitter as well. I was like, let me dive in. Hey, look, honestly, that's all it's about. I haven't downloaded the game, honestly. I haven't. I was gonna maybe make it out like I haven't, but yeah, I was thought we could make a video on it. Maybe throw some shade at Infold because they're already messing up with Infinity Nikki. You don't want them to mess up with their other game as well, right? But yeah, I didn't find anything, so I don't know. I couldn't see anything in the community anyway that were frustrated anyway. Because when it comes to games I don't play like that, I don't want to just make announcements where I think that's a bad move. Well, obviously, there's more obvious stuff where it's it's a bad move, right? Where Black Beacon did that sort of stuff, stuff that Infinity Nikki did. But I like to get a gauge of what the community's feeling. If it's something that's a little bit more in the game, and I'm like, well, I haven't got an experience of the game. I like to see what the community's thinking. Are they angry? Because if they're angry, all right, then let's talk about it. Let's spread the news a little bit. But if they're not, I'm like, whatever. Then if they're not mad, Blackrock Shooter, another clap. Yeah. With Azur Lane, apparently. With Azur Lane. So it's kind of crazy. I've never played Azur Lane. So yeah, another collab. Star Savior tests, and then just the typical r/gacha gaming sort of posts. What the fuck? Okay. What's this? The illusion of free choice. The same outcome. Dialogue, gacha gamers. The dialogue choices. You've got option 1, you've got option 2. It's basically the same thing. Probably won't even have a different response from the other character, but Azur Lane is not for the common people. Is it like Blue Archive? Do you think that the FBI is going to be watching your computer? if you play. Click one says both anyways, right? I don't know why they do that in gacha games. People are like, well, you know, it makes you feel like, you know, you're making the conversation. Like, come on, bro, come on, like, you know. It doesn't really. I've been able to keep my gachas to a minimum for 5 years. It's just Arknights and FGO. Then I started Nikkei 6 months ago and Enfield, and PXX comes out this year. And yeah, you know what? I started playing gacha games in 2023, right? Started with Genshin, started playing Star Rail, played a bit of Snow Great Containment Zone, and then kind of Star Rail was the game that I played for the most part. Then Withering Waves dropped, and then things just spiraled, man. Things just spiraled, and then we get to a point where that's my desktop at the moment, you know? Yeah. We got issues, chat. We got issues. My first gacha was Azur Lane. I got introduced to the game through World of Warships. Quit well. Now I just main gachas. Azur Lane got all types. At least FGO does have different fights with different dialogue options sometimes. I've only played a tiny little bit of FGO. I'm not gonna lie. I can't really comment on it. All I'll say about FGO, it's got the most disgusting UI. I think it just looks like somebody's thrown up onto the screen. It's vile. You know, when you're like looking at the banners and stuff, it's like, bro, this looks like it was drawn by a 7-year-old, man. It's wild. But yeah, I can't really say too much about FGO. I've played like, man, I want to say like an hour maybe on mobile, you know? So yeah. All right, nice one, Neo. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate ya. Legend. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a video about it because I've been thinking about it the last couple of days. Azur Lane is best player with not one hand, no joke. Based Azur Lane CEO for real though, she's awesome. The only negative status effect that's being buffed is negative FOMO. Azur Lane is really free to play friendly in my opinion. Is it? Okay, that's good then. You know what? I think it's surprising. There's quite a few gachas that it depends on how you play a gacha, right? You know, I think if you're super casual with a gacha, right, and an endgame doesn't concern you, I think most gachas are free to play friendlier. Now, some twist things up a little bit midway through games and they have spikes and stuff that can cause issues, right? No denying that. But I think, like, you know, if you just concern yourself with story, a few events here and there, you know, just really chill. I think you can have a good time in most gachas personally. I mean, you know, I'm not denying that there's predatory systems in the games, but I think if you're, you know, you get it, you understand it, and you play the game, you know, you know, I mean, when I say play the game, you play the game of Gamba, you play the game of Gacha, and be like, you know what? No, I won't be dragged into this, and just grind and just enjoy yourself. I think, you know, you can, you know, you can enjoy a lot of time in a lot of gacha games totally for free. And I suppose that way then, I think that's why sometimes a lot of people do play multiple gachas because they're free to play it across multiple. So they kind of have to divvy up the time because they can't just spend a decent amount of time in one because they use their free currency, they use their stamina, and they're like, right now I've got to play someone else until I can come back and do a bit more grinding kind of thing. I stopped playing Azur Lane because I ran into character space. What? Wait, you can run into character space? What the fuck? I'm in a mood this morning. I had to fight Duo for Jinxie's Matt. Can't stand that sissy jerk. Oh my god, that boss fight is so ass. So ass, man. I remember I made the point of that in a video, and somebody was like, that's a skill issue. Just use the grappling up to get closer. It's like, bro, get out of here, man. Stop trying to defend that boss fight. It's ass. It's ass, bro. Me realizing that that Persona 5, the Phantom X will be the 4th turn-based gacha game that I'll play. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's good, right, guys? I'm glad that Atlas are letting a CN dev team deal with it. You know, a team that knows what they're doing rather than JP trying to deal with it and with us having a Tribe 9 situation. So, yeah, hopefully the game's good. When does it come out now? Is it the 25th now, guys? It's 25th of June that it comes out now. I think it is, yeah. What we got here? How much story do you skip in gacha games and what keeps you playing? Depends, I think, really, doesn't it? Depends what you're playing and what you're trying to get out the game as well. Heaven Burns Red X Angel Beats Collab. Another Angel Beats collab. Okay. Version 2.6 trailer for Reverse 1999. Goated game as well. Is this game still going? Jujutsu Kaisen. I've heard this is crap, this game is. Have any of you guys played this? I've heard that it's kind of ass. The only new gacha you waiting for is Uzuma Masumi. Look, see, like, I'm the type of person, I'm willing to try a load of different gachas. I'll try them all, I will. But I think the ones that I'm looking to like put some time into, definitely Enfield. Enfield's going to be one I'm going to put some time into, right? I'm hoping Ananta and Silver Palace as well, but it's like free open world and then Withering Waves. So I don't know if I can handle all four, man. Someone's going to have to get the chopping block. Because I'm kind of looking forward to Stellar Sora and Unending Dawn as well. They're two of the games that I'm kind of looking forward to. So yeah, some games are definitely getting the chopping block, man, for sure. Yeah, the Blackrock Shooter Azur Lane collab. Another collab. Atelier Yumiya collab. Okay. Oh, it's a rerun collab. Oh, Rise of rerun. Wait, two announcements for two collabs. Okay. Azur Lane are not messing around. Holy shit, bro. So they've got a rerun collab, a new Atelier collab, a rerun Atelier collab, a new one, and a Blackrock Shooter collaboration as well. Damn, man, they pumping out those collabs, yeah. Okay, that's good if you're an Azur Lane fan. Madoka Magica, apparently this game's like not very free-to-play friendly from what I've heard, yeah. I don't know if that's true, though. Do any of you guys play Madoka Magica? I was planning to install it, but I just never got round to it. It's like one that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to bother now, you know? Is this the game that's coming out to challenge lads, is it? Is this the one? Is this going to be the lads competition? Yeah? Is this for our Gooner girlies out there, yeah? Is this for our Gooner girlies out there? Obviously, we know about this. This was kind of funny, I think. It's not right. We know about this as well. We've seen all this, yeah. We've seen all this, chat. We've seen all this. Let's have a look if there's anything in Silver Palace here. What would happen if a shot innocent and passerby? Will I get 1 or 2 wanted level? No thoughts. Head empty. We can the cat. Is this game going to be on console at launch? I believe it is, right? Did they actually mention if it was going to be on console? I'm going to assume so, right? I'm going to assume so. Do we know if we get pre-registration rewards? We don't know anything regarding that sort of stuff, do we? I don't even think they've got a pre-registration roadmap, have they? You know what? I watched some of this video from Ryuku Sensei. And of all the games I don't know, maybe them feeling this about other games, but of all the games for JP to actually start getting gacha fatigue, they get it on Silver Palace, which I just think was kind of interesting. You know what I mean? I thought that was kind of interesting. You know, when we've got all of these different games coming out and some of the stuff we've had out recently, and then Silver Palace is the one to get them fatigue over gacha games. I was like, okay, all right. You know? And some people say that JP is the barometer of of what to think in the gacha space. Goonie Girlies, is that my name being called? Hey, look, yeah, I said it. You replied. What's going on, Laura? Welcome to the stream. I can finally get Riser items again. What is? You don't know what Silver Palace is, Wolford? Oh, damn, man. Have a look on YouTube, man. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. The game looks awesome. What is that game called? Are we just looking at there? That one that's like looks like a bit of lads competition. It looks like oh, it's not in this one. It was in the gacha games already. Looks like a little bit more of a lower production. You know, lower production. Let's have a look at this actually here. Let's have a look at the map for Silver Palace actually. What we're thinking here. Like, I wonder if this here, like, obviously this looks like the boundaries of the city, right? Can we go outside of the city? Looks like there's multiple layers as well, right? I'm assuming this is the boundary of the map at the moment, maybe. I don't know. I'm curious as well, because obviously we've got this incredibly big urban area for the game at the minute. Do you think we're going to see less urban areas in future and potentially more rural areas, hinterlands, all that sort of stuff as well? Interested to see where they go with the game, you know, if they go down obviously the route of like Genshin, Withering Waves, where new regions come out with new areas to travel, whether there'll be new cities, I don't know. Kind of cool to like kind of travel across a Europe, you know, where you start off in a Victorian London, you get to places like Prague, you know what I mean? Like, that'd be kind of cool, like going to a, you know, have the Victorian era into like a real Gothic kind of era, like that'd be really cool. That does. One thing as well, I hope, it might be a little bit dark for the game, but it'd be kind of cool if we do like a Jack the Ripper kind of thing as well, you know, because we're an investigator, you know, a Jack the Ripper kind of storyline would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Silver Palace mini map. Okay. And then, okay, so somebody's actually sat and watched the trailer and then looked at the map and drawn the routes that I think the character's taking in the trailer, which is kind of crazy. That's actually kind of insane. Okay, all right. Okay, this is where we get the grappling hook and go up onto the roof, and then we get the kitty, and then we get to here, and then we start off with the horse, and then we fly around, right? That's actually kind of insane. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's where we walk out the building, yeah, and come outside. Okay. You know, ready, doing it sleuthing. We've got investigators already, looking things up. I'm about to annoy Kathy. I know she's watching on the TV and can't respond. Hi, Kathy. The story follows fairy tales. The gameplay trailer had Cinderella. Yeah, obviously I know it's not exactly Cinderella, but it'd be kind of cool, right? You know, if they did a fantasy, they mixed in some like that sort of fantasy element with something like it doesn't have to be Jack the Ripper, right? You know, might be a little bit too on the nose, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I suppose I'm being a bit facetious, but I get it, right? I get it. You know, there's going to be this, right? Look, man, look at what we've got coming. Azure Familiar, Enfield, although I think Enfield can stand on its own. Silver Palace, Ananta, NTE, Project 2/3 or 23, Utopia, probably a cacophony of other games. I get it, right? You know, we're in the like, the full force phase, and what I mean by that is we've just got so many things coming out. It feels like every other day there's a game announced in the gacha space, right? Like we're in, like, you know, production mode's ramping up in this space at the minute. It's like constant, yeah. So I can understand a bit of burnout. It's just, again, as well, obviously Ryuku made a video talking about that. The JP space could have been having this feeling with a lot of recent announcements as well. So I've got to put that in there as well. They might have said this about other games. I just found it interesting. I was like, damn, of all the games. But as I say, they might have said exactly the same thing about Azure Familiar, about Ananta, about NTE. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese. I just saw that Ryuku had said that. And I was like, interesting. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Man, so I need to go out and get some fresh air with that man. He's stalker is ready to. Did you say cacophony? Maybe go out and see what the touch of a real woman is all about. Renegade, how's he going? Just have a little yap about Silver Palace here, and JP's reaction to Silver Palace as well. Just in the Reddit, having a little look. Yeah, man, people have been breaking this shit down, right? People have been breaking this shit down. Yeah, somebody was showing one of the characters that you see in the trailer, and they were saying that that's Cinderella. Like, they were showing something off, and like the earrings that she's wearing or something. So I don't know if she becomes Cinderella, maybe. Be interesting. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. We'll have to see, right? We'll have to see. We will have to see. Actually, some early speculation about the detective's powers. Yeah, I'm not reading that. One thing that people were talking about in JP, they were talking about the character switching, and I was like, hey, it's a game out there that you might actually like. That it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Just letting you know. They were saying, you know, it'd be nice to have all your team on field. I'm just like, hey, just saying. There's a game coming out that you might actually enjoy that does that. So check it out. Have you guys seen this as well? Let me just quickly go through these, yeah. Then we're going to get into the showcases, all right, guys, and you guys can you guys can help me out here. But we're over on the Withering Waves website here. We've got the event preview, Dreaming Deep Solaris Film Festival available soon. I think, is this the roguelike mode that's coming to the game? Duration, the 22nd. So a couple of days' time, you're going to be able to get hold of this, and this runs till the 1st of the 8th. What? Okay. That's a decent time. So this is pretty much permanent then, yeah. Okay. Asteroid rewards, 600, Phantom Crown List, Phantom Nightmare Crown List, modifiers, premium tuners, and other materials. As a permanent event. Okay. This event offers 2 types of rewards, limited time rewards and standard rewards. When the initial period ends, the event will continue as a permanent event. The limited time rewards will no longer be available when the event becomes a permanent event. Okay, normal. You can participate in the permanent event to win standard rewards. Dreaming Deep Solaris Film Festival. Beneath the iceberg of thoughts, deepest layers, all dreams are interconnected. Those neglected in the deep sea accumulate over time, merging and entangling in the abyss. Now the door to the Somnar depths has been opened. In this quiet place, absent of wind or light, a mysterious person sends you an invitation to a film festival. Okay. When the initial period ends, event will continue as permanent. Yeah. Reach level union level 30. Rewards. Event rules. Encounter a variety of events during the Solaris Film Festival. Use film rolls to explore stories and reach different endings. Ooh, so it is roguelike then, yeah? The Somnar is pulsing with mysterious power. Upon entering, all resonators are stripped of their echoes, but in their place, a resonator enhancement bonds, metaphors, and other unique buffs waiting to be discovered. Explore different team builds and combinations for diverse combat experiences. 3 screenplays are available in the current version, with each featuring 1 or more endings. More will become available in future versions. That actually sounds interesting. I hope that those enhancement bonds and metaphors aren't just literally, here's some spectral frazzle, here's some aero erosion that's slightly different, here's a crit increase. Hopefully it's something that's kind of unique. I think that's what Withering Waves is lacking. Give me some afflictions and attributes that actually are quite unique, that actually do something a little bit deeper than just potentially buffs and debuffs, because that's kind of what Withering Waves is, right? It's buff, debuff, little bit of dot. That's pretty much what we've got right. After choosing a film, you may explore its world freely. There are various types of events in this world of films. Complete them as you progress and find the endings. Okay, that's cute. I think we did see this in the live stream, right? Film roll cost. Okay, you can see the film roll cost there. Film rolls fuel your exploration of the world of films. Film rolls are consumed by battle events, random events, and story events. If you are defeated in a battle, use film rolls to restore your resonator to their pre-battle state. The number of film rolls you have determines the buffs you gain. The more film rolls you have, the more powerful buffs your resonators will gain. Okay. Resonator recruitment. Interesting. Okay, that's kind of cool. That sounds kind of cool. So we've got like a sort of progression and level up system within this as well. Complete battle events to obtain dream fragments. Dream fragments can be used to recruit resonators. A recruited resonator will accompany you in the film's world in Dreaming Deep. Troll resonators include featured troll resonators and permanent troll resonators. Featured troll resonators change periodically. You can recruit any available troll resonator in the recruitment. I like that. That's kind of cool. That sounds kind of cool. So we're going to have a rotating shop of resonators we can recruit within the mold. All right, that sounds kind of interesting, actually. Team level, we've got a resonator level, weapon level, skill level. Current team level here. Complete various events to increase your team level. Your team level decides the levels of your resonators and the levels of their weapons and skills. Increase your team level to ease your exploration of the world of films. Okay, total of what we got here. When in combat, wage is received every 10 seconds. Wage is consumed when resonator's skill hits a target to deal physical damage equal to 400% of attack. When in combat, allowance is placed on all targets within the range every 10 seconds, stacking up to 1 time, dealing damage to targets carrying allowance consumes 1 stack of allowance to trigger reimbursement, which deals physical damage equal to 200% of attack. Activated upon having 3 bond members in the same team. When in synergy burst, resonators gain extra wage every 1 second. An additional stack of allowance is placed on all targets within the range every 1 second. Damage dealt by wage and reimbursement is amplified by 200%. Okay, this actually sounds kind of interesting. Actually, this does. I'm not gonna lie. This actually sounds kind of interesting. Have Kuro cooked up a mold that I might find enjoyable here? Maybe. Bonds are formed between resonators granting various buffs in combat. Okay. Synergy burst. Oh, we're going back to that, are we? Are we going back to... What was this called before? This wasn't called Synergy Burst before. What the fuck was this called now? Do you remember when this got added in? Choose 1 main resonator, 2 concerto companions to participate in combat. If the bond level meets required and 3 resonators with the same bond are in the same team, their Synergy Burst will be triggered. That's what we had before, right? Yeah, it's kind of like the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink kind of move. Yeah, it's like the special that they come in. That wasn't used enough last time, so hopefully this is used a little bit more this time. I kind of like that I did. Resonator enhancements. So we got here Glacial Shroud, heavy attack casting, heavy attack detonate enhances basic attack. Ice burst damage is significantly increased. Okay. When recruiting resonators, you can power them up by giving them special abilities based on their regular abilities. I like that as well. Enhancing the kits. Okay. This actually sounds like some thoughts gone into this then. This actually sounds kind of cool, chat, man. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds a little bit interesting for me. Why we were attribute element mean different in the game, Genshin Confusion. Like you gotta look at attributes in Withering Waves, right? Is you'll see some people will say elements. They're not. Attributes in Withering Waves really don't mean shit. Like all it means is that if you go up against somebody with the same attribute, you're gonna not have you're gonna have a resistance. Withering Waves, like the way I think of Withering Waves, it works on buffs and debuffs. The attributes don't really interact like that. You know, it's not like Genshin. You don't have elemental reactions. You don't have disorders applied by combining attributes. You don't have like a way to stack attributes together and stuff to create new outcomes. You know, it's not like Pokemon where you know you can use certain things against certain things. It's just using the same one that if you're fighting an enemy that's got the same attribute as you, you just don't do as much damage basically. It's quite simple really. I think that's why negative status effects come in, because it was a way to try and add nuance to the game. But I don't know if it panned out the way that they were hoping, in my opinion. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So we've got here metaphors. After Resonator using gauntlets, cast resonance liberation on resonators in the team receive a shield. Okay. Unknown metaphors are scattered around the world of films. Explore the different areas to obtain them. Metaphors grant various buffs to your resonators. Negative effects with their attempt to make them deeper, but they fucked that up. Yeah. I'm looking forward to making this video because, hey, Kathy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. YouTube didn't notify you again. YouTube hates me and you, that's why, and a few other people in chat actually. Yeah, fuck you, YouTube. Film theory. Okay. Okay, this is kind of like shit. What was this in now? Was it in the depths? It was in the depths of Elusive Realm, wasn't it? This was kind of like. An observer dies from exploring the Solaris Film Festival. Use them in film theory to activate special bonus and repair your resonance. So when you go back in, yeah, you can like have increased attack, all that sort of stuff. Okay. Synergy burst. It's the same as before, right? Just looks like it's been tweaked a little bit, yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. This sounds good. This sounds good. I think this is what we've been asking for a while in Wii, yeah. As with simulated universe. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Yeah. But this looks good. This looks good. Obviously, we'll have to give it a go. But this is the sort of stuff I want to see in Withering Waves, right? You know, something that's got a little bit extra to it. Potential replayability. It all depends on the amount of different endings and different routes you can take and all that sort of stuff and the actual depth of the roguelike. Because I think if you're going to have a roguelike, make it deep, you know, make it feel, I guess, infinite and replayable is probably too much from a gacha game. But, you know, something that I can do it enough times on a regular basis, it doesn't get stale and it carries me over to the next reset maybe. But yeah, okay, all right, the film festival, Solaris Film Festival. Let's have a look. It comes out in 3 days. 3 days, guys. You'll be able to check it out and see if it's good or it's ass, I guess, right? We'll see how it is. We'll see how it is. Straight up sounds like I have so many similar mechanics. I think I might do. I do want to do some this week, but I've been thinking I might have some IS videos for when I'm on holiday. You know, I don't know if to do on stream or do it for a video. Because I do need to get some videos recorded for while I'm away. I wanted to try and get like 5 to 7 videos recorded, so I've got a video for every other day, just so YouTube keeps a channel in the algorithm and everybody doesn't forget about me. Yeah, we're gonna have a look at some ops now. Ducklord, we're gonna have a look at some ops. Yes, new perma game mode, chocolate. Yeah. IS is infinitely replayable. I don't know if that will be though. I don't know if that will be. You know, we'll have to see. But how's everybody doing anyway, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream, Kathy. Eat some ice. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. What game is this? That's Withering Waves, Lil Maggie. That's Withering Waves. What's going on, Khan? You're not late. We're live. It's all good. JP and the Gacha Smash really have eyes on Enfield. Yeah, man. I hope they do. JP can fund that shit. Oh, hey, look, I'm gonna be swiping. I'm gonna be swiping on Enfield unless for some reason they fuck it up, right? But yeah, I plan to swipe a little bit on Enfield. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. Do videos of your first IS runs would be hilarious. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. We'll have a couple of videos like very first IS run and save it for some videos maybe. It's permanent that can disappear at some point. I need to get into IS5 because Mudrock Skin is coming soon. Alright then. Okay. Alright then. Okay, chat. Okay. Let's get some of these up, shall we? So we got here. Who's this here? Enchilia. Have you pronounced it? Did you pronounce that, chat? Alright, let's get some of these open and then we'll go through them. Who we got here as well? Mlynar.
Should you get...
Okie dokie. Who else we got here as well? Ascalon. Yes, babe. Oh, that's a big video. That's a big video. We might look at it. I would prefer some shorter ones. We got one from Year as well, yeah. Okay, 8 minutes is not too bad. You know what? It don't matter if we do some longer ones. You know, we'll get into these. We've got another one for Ines here from Super. The Italian Hands. What we got here as well? Penance. Oh wait, that's Ascalon. Did I click the wrong link there? Okay. All right, what else we got? Executor Altar. Is that actually in that pack? Is that in that pack, is it, chap? Is he?
Should you get and build execute?
We got here Mlynar. We got Mlynar one. Yeah. We got.
Should you get and build?
We got Lin. What else we got here? We got Degen. This is another one that a lot of people have mentioned. We're definitely going to check this out as well. It is okay. FedEx.
Should you get and build Dagon?
What else we got? Okay. All right. Okay. So we've got Ines, right? We've got Ines. We've got Ascalon. We've got Entelecia. However you freaking pronounce that. I don't know. So, all right, then we got a couple here to go through, chat, okay? We've got a couple here to go through. I think what we'll do, we'll start off with Degen, and then I think we'll go into Ines. I think that's where we'll start, yeah? Angela, it's not in the selector. Okay, then we'll get rid of that one then. If it's not in the selector, then that doesn't matter to us. Okay. All right. Right. Chat is about to help with the 6-star selector. I'll tell you what, before we do as well, let's open up Arknights as well, guys. Let's open up Arknights. Because we could just have a quick little look at my account, right? We'll have a quick look at my account. You guys can see who's in the squad, who we've got, and then, as I say, again, ultimately, I will be the one that makes a choice, but I want you guys to give me some ideas, yeah? Give me some ideas, right? So let's have a look at my account. And then, we'll hop into it.
Arknights.
Degenbrecher crept your favourite forehead. Jessica the Liberated is what suggested last. Right, actually, I didn't open the Jessica one, did I? Did I not?
Doctor.
Gacha games are terrible. Here's what you should play them. Ooh, I kind of want to look at that as well. Did I open up Jessica? Shit, man, Ken's. Okay, Ken's. Did we bring up Ken? Man, Ken's give us a good amount here, right? Follow me. Okay, let's get Jessica up as well.
Should you get and build Jessica?
Open the selector. Yeah. I'm gonna okay. Let me show you the squad as well first, okay? Switch off the game. Sorry for a video was peak. Yeah, I want to check that out, actually. I do want to check that out. All right.
Hi, I'm Spot from Operation Reserve Team A6.
What's up, Spot?
My job is to...
Right, let's get our bitsies. Refresh. Tell you what, should we use our other selectors as well? Should we use other selectors? Because we've got 3 selectors to actually use, guys.
Reserve Op Team A6 Catapult reporting in. Hey, I can tell you're hella different from that stuffy old bit.
Irene's got some fun tech with her levitates.
We
could use all of them. Yeah, we will. Who's got DP in the room? Alright, okay. So, actually, before we do that, before we look at the squad, let me go to my depot. So, right, obviously, we've got the top operator transfer permit for the starter, which obviously allows us to select Blaze, Exia, Silver Ash, Saria, Mountain, Thorns. I'm kind of leaning towards Mountain here. What do you guys reckon? Blaze or Mountain? Saria? Okay. So we've got this one. Thorn or Mountain. So we've got Thorn, haven't we, as well? So I'm thinking maybe we go Mountain, do we? Blaze, Mountain, or Saria? Thorns and Jackable. Haven't I got Thorns? Or have I got a different version of Thorns? I'm not too sure. Mountain is safe, but yeah, I've heard loads of people going about Mountain since we started playing the game. I've got Thorns, so, and I'm pretty sure it's the same Thorn. So, Daddy Saria is still solid despite my shoe. Personally, Saria, but I'm biased. Mountain for easy lane holder. Saria is super needed right now. Mountain is early stage lane holder. If you need, then go for him. Okay, all right then. Saria's a 6-star spot. Ooh, okay. Mountain is pure AFK. Right, okay, so obviously we've got that one. We've got this one as well. The senior operator transfer permit for the starter. We've got T Applesauce, we've got Lappy, we've got Spectre, we've got Clifford. We've got Lappy, we've got Spectre. I mean, we've got Lappy and we've got Clifford. I don't know if I've got Spectre actually. Don't know if I've got Spectre, but I'm thinking we go T Applesauce, right? Yeah. Is that where we go, guys? Is that where we go? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we go T Apple, yeah. 100% T Applesauce. The applesauce, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. T Applesauce in it. Alright, let's use this one up then, considering this is probably the easiest edge of him. Let's go with T Applesauce, yeah. Lappy is the way. Well, we've got Lappy and we've got Lappy Ultra as well, so we're good there. So I think we go with T, yeah. I think we go with T. I think we do that. We go with T. No, let's do that then. Let's get. She does look good as well, doesn't she? She does look good. I like her design, man. Database maintainer of Ryan Lab activated. Please enter commands to operate. What's with the binary, man? Is she a fucking robot or something? Yeah, I think. Perlica in my AK. The applesauce can easily replace perfume. Oh, okay, interesting. Really? Okay then. All right, let's go. The applesauce. Confirm this. Let's do it. Okay.
I am Telopsis. Former data analyst at Rhinelab.
I do like her
Please submit
design.
your orders via the command
She
line.
looks good, yeah. She does look good. Is her story sad? Okay, I can't wait to get into that then. Let's have a look at her. Let's have a look at her, guys. Where's she at? What is she? What is she? Did you say is she a healer? What's her deal? Where's she at? Where's she at? Where am I looking? Where you at, girl? Where you at, girl? AoE healer. Oh, there she is. Blind ass. I clicked on it and I clicked on it and let's have a look at their skins actually. Okay, that's a default. Looks nice. Looks nice. I really like her design actually. I really like her designs. Blind tree for real, yeah. Fucking. Oh, I remember this skin. I remember this skin. Oh, these are only previews. Yeah, I remember this, man. That's the one that's the shrimp in the background, yeah. Yeah, she's got some nice skins, actually. I really like her design, to be fair. Okay, yeah, good pick, good pick. Good pick on the visual meta. Yeah, I really like that. A default skin's a banger, I'm not gonna lie. Default skin is an actual banger, chat. You reckon? Right, what's this do then? Attack plus 40, healing. Restores HP of 3 allies simultaneously. So I've got a range, okay. Oh, wait. 3 allies simultaneously. Ooh, okay, I see what you're saying there about the perfumer replacement then, to a degree. Okay, alright. Okay, I guess then, we may as well... Maybe I need to look at Mountain and Saria then. We need to look at some gameplay of both Mountain and Saria then, chat, because I'm kind of torn here. I'm kind of torn. I'm thinking, is Blaze any good? Is Blaze any good? Because I like Blaze as a character. Mountain, please, I'm on my knees. Nice one, Ken, appreciate ya. Check out my waifu, kawaii skin, very elegant. Blaze is good. Blaze is great for AFK. Yes, but you need her at E2. Right, okay. Yeah, I got Thorns already. Yeah. Seems like a lot of people are going down the Saria. So it's a better spot. Mountain is a lane holder. Blaze is 6-star popper car. Now Blaze need model to tank for newer module to tank for new current now. Blaze is OG Mountain. And she's still good. Alright, okay. Alright, let me show ya. Let me show you the ops as well, okay? This is who I've got at the minute, right? I'll show you my squad. This is my squad that, like, to be fair, most of the times you'll catch me running these, you know, Lappy Alter now's in there, Perfumer Silence, Myrtle's in there, Quora, you know, we bring in Matterhorn, Beagle as well, Spot also. We got Gummy as well now, really like Gummy. You know, these are regulars. These are regulars in the squad, right? These are regulars. Obviously, that changes because, you know, depending on the map. But this is the roster at the moment, right? Obviously, the further we go down, the less we got units built. But we got these guys all E1'd all the way up till Nakiel, and Myrtle. As I say, we've got Thorns. We haven't E1'd him yet, actually. I don't know if can I actually E1 him yet. Well, we need one more of those, and we can actually E1 him, actually. We might do that, to be fair. And then, obviously, we've got more units that we haven't built here. We got Granny, because we did the side story. Is Granny actually any good? Yeah, I got Thorn. Yeah, I got Thorn. Sari's a jacked Gummy. You want me to sort by rarity? Oh yeah, definitely. Like I am gonna pick. Like I will be the final decision. I'm just curious to see what you guys have got to say about it. You know what I mean? I'm just curious to see what you guys got to say about it. That being said, I'll pick Mountain is cheap, DP, and strong. Granny's mid. She's okay. Okay, she's meh. Okay, all right. Okay. Granny's weird to play, I guess. Right. Okay. I was just curious because obviously I like her as a character. I think she's cool. She can get the defense job done. Play Saria Mountain additionally. Nice one, Ken. Appreciate ya. Yeah, I've got Gummy, so there's no need to go for Saria. Crown Slayer is goated. As much as I would say Viviana for the good and golden ticket, she has the same archetype as Serta, so you might not need her. Mountain it is. So Blaze, Saria, and Mountain. Yeah, well, if Gummy if Saria's doing a similar sort of thing to Gummy, I'm thinking it's between Blaze and Mountain, yeah. With the current chapter you're in, you're going to need to have a better mileage with Saria, you reckon? And he costs 12 DP, heals himself, hits strong and fast, he's cute. He's 95 centimeter tall, he's gentle, works in HR. Was he? Laura. He was in jail and has an amazing voice. Looks good in white. We have good damage up, so you can get whatever you want. Saria will be the best choice for the account now. Mountain is extremely broken. It's so cheap and strong. Yeah, don't really, Rio. No. No drone killer here, no good sniper. You can make Granny work easy. She's a defensive version of Vigna. Can turn herself into a mini popper car. Yeah, I am. I think I might be leaning towards mountain. I think I might be leaning. Let's have a look at some of Mountain's gameplay here. Let's have a look at some of Mountain's gameplay. I think Ken said he'd hopped into React Smash here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. Let's have a look at Mountain then, shall we? We're gonna have a little look see at Mountain here. See what Mountain's saying. Check showcase for all three. Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. I'm curious to see what dude's saying. Joke aside, Mountain will still go to. I'm not gonna lie. Lots of people have mentioned Mountain throughout my playthrough. Them like Mountain's great, cool. You know. So Mountain's gameplay's press S2 and forget he exists. Okay, that sounds kind of nice for me though. Sometimes, you know, the smooth brain meta. It's kind of chill. It's Big Cat versus Mama Cat.
Should you get Mountain?
Okay.
Short answer, yes.
Okay.
Long answer, this entire video.
Usually the same answer, right?
ロドスに救われた以上、こちらも誠実なところを見せなければいけませんね、ドクター。
Yeah, but Blaze is also put in a place and forget she exists.
Anthony Simon, also known as Mountain.
Is that bro's name, Anthony Simon? What the fuck?
6-star brawler guard from Colombia. He will soon come to Arknights in
Tony.
the Mansfield Break event, along with other new operators. Brawler guard is a rather difficult operator to use.
Tony the
because of
Tiger,
their
right?
damage output without their skills, no art resistance, and they have only one block count. Mountain is almost no different. But actually, like all brawler guard, he has a quick attack speed and a very cheap deploy cost.
Oh, it's 11.
Even cheaper than any other 6-star guard or 6-star vanguard operator. With 11 deploy cost and 9 deploy cost with full potentials in his Elite 2 promotion.
Okay, that's nice.
This cheap deploy cost combined with his survival skill
Johnny,
will be useful in stages where you need a strong operator in the beginning of the fight, right until the very end. But I'll explain more about his skills later.
Okay.
Right now, this cheap deploy cost of his.
He sent Blaze and Saria showcasing React Smash 2. Nice one, appreciate him.
Although be careful when fighting enemies that can do arts damage.
Okay.
Since he doesn't have any arts resistance.
So bro can get clapped
for his
by
talents.
casters, yeah?
His first talent, when attacking, he has 20% chance to increase his own attack. And it
Okay, so when attacking, 20% chance to increase his own attack up to 160, inflict minus 15% attack to the enemy. So debuff the enemy's attack by 15% for 3 seconds, cannot stack, okay. Talent 2 is defense plus 10, physical dodge plus 15. Okay, alright.
Increasing the enemy's attack damage. His second talent. It's
he will get clapped,
that
trust.
increases defense and gaining 15% physical dodge. And now for his skills. His first skill.
What is bro looking
the
at?
Next attack will increase his physical damage and attacks an additional target. A good starter skill if you don't have enough materials to.
Okay, so the next attack deals 230% physical damage and attacks an additional target. Okay, so you can get a little a follow-up attack kind of thing, yeah? 230%. Okay.
Promote him. Or just when you are too lazy to activate his other skills. His second skill.
Is that an
similar
auto?
to Silver Ash skill 2. Mountain can switch from his original state to this following state. Decrease his defense and attack range, but also increasing his attack.
Okay, that is kind of similar to Silver Daddy, and then yeah. So we're reducing our range. Attacks plus 80%. Block count plus 1. Attack multiple enemies equal to block count and recover 7% max HP every second.
Block count.
Okay, little
attack multiple
sustain.
enemies just like AoE guard. And recover some percentage of HP when this skill is active. With this skill, you can make Mountain do a solo
It's a skill Silver Ash wishes
and
he
making
had.
him into a pseudo AoE guard. An awesome skill that is absolutely worth to master.
The heal's insane. Yeah, I'm liking the look of him actually.
Decreases defense and attack range. It is almost negligible because of his second talent and great HP regeneration. Last but not least, his third skill.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Decreasing his attack interval to almost the same like ranged guard operator. But it will increase his attack, increase activation chance of talent 1. Attack will deal 2 hits, can hit up to 4 nearby enemies, and push them away with a medium force. similar to F Eater skill 1 level 7. An insane skill if I must
Okay,
say.
skill 2 does seem like the
Skill
one.
also have a balanced SP cost and
It
duration.
still seem good though.
A great buff potential, and of course a great skill to mastery 3. If you want to go more offensive with Mountain. For his base skills, when assigned to the HR office, increase the accumulation of networking by
Okay,
20%.
skill
whenever
2
a refresh
sounds
count
kind
is
of
gained,
good, yeah. His
increase
self-heal
the
is
chance
absolutely
of
broken.
obtaining clues
Give him
for
more
black
block count
steel.
as well if you use Myrtle
This is a
Module.
great base
You don't blame
skill,
Mountain for his
since black
S3.
steel clues is hard to obtain. And the
can
only
attack 3
person
enemies
who
at the
can
same
increase
time.
the chance to obtain it is only Jessica.
Yeah, skill 2 seems like
Or
the way,
using other
yeah.
method like Lizzie's
Skill
base
2
skill.
7% regen,
And
yeah.
for
It's
his-
kind of what's it, man? Okay, let me just got his banner on that, yeah. Okay, alright. Ooh. Kind of sold, but I'm not gonna lie. Every time you guys show me a character, I'm like, yeah, oh, actually, I'm sold on that character now. Let's have a look at Saria as well, because that was another one was contemplating, and Blaze, yeah. Saria and Blaze. Let's have a look at
Should you get
Saria then. Saria.
Short answer, yes. Long answer, this entire video.
E1 and Mountain is already good. I like that. I must admit, I like that, because obviously, you know what I'm like at the minute. We've only E1 in. I know we're going to have to start changing that, but I do like the idea of having a unit that's a little bit, you know, obviously there's some units that are good and then cracked at like E2. But I do like the idea of having somebody who's pretty decent at E1. That's good. Okay, all right, let's check this one out then.
私はサリア。元ライン生命医科学研究所の実
Daddy
験チ
Saria.
ームメンバーだ。
Saria is a 6-star healing defender from Colombia.
Okay.
This
Healing
6-pack
defender.
Dragon Husbando.
Oh
was
shit, I
once
remember this skin when we was doing the Drip Knights. It's fire.
the
I
head
like
of
it.
Rhinelap Defense Division. That is currently working with Rhodes Island. Like most healing defender, she has 3 block count and
Okay.
balanced stats, which
Low
is
resistance.
definitely good.
Okay.
While her base attack stat is
What was the
quite
DB
low.
cost? Was it 22? I lost it. 22.
Is
Okay.
definitely good. While her base attack stat is quite low. With her first talent.
E1 Mountain is
For
good.
every
E2
20
Mountain is
seconds Saria
great.
deployed, increase her own attack and defense. Stack
Okay. So every 20 seconds she's on the field, deployed attack plus 5% to defense plus 4%, stacking up to 5 times. Okay. All right. So she gets stronger the longer she's on. Okay.
up to 5 times. This is a good talent that is not only increase her attack and defense.
Oh, so she gives them an extra skill point when she heals them as well. Oh, okay. That actually sounds kind of good, to be fair.
But also her healing. While for her second talent, when Saria restores an ally HP, that ally will also gain 1 skill point. And remember, only when she actually heal them, not when activating her skill. Speaking of which, her first skill, she can heal herself and an ally within her surrounding 8 grid, when their HP drop below 50%.
Okay. So restores the HP of a nearby ally with less than 50% by 180% of Saria's attack in the next attack. Can store 3 charges. Okay. And we can see it's 1 block grid surrounding her, right?
A reliable healing skill that is frequently used. Definitely
Yeah, not yet,
worth
not yet, not
mastery
yet, phase.
3.
Still lobbying,
Her
yeah.
second skill. This is an amazing multi-target healing skill. With this
Oh, wow.
skill, she can heal all allies within her.
Oh, shit. That entire range? Is that entire range with her? Okay. Damn, bro. See, now I'm just like, oh, man, I'm even more confused than before.
Her skill range. The SP cost is cheap, and the range is wide. Another good skill for Mastery 3. Although I must say, it's not reliable for healing in some stages.
Okay, what's that?
Her third skill. Her ultimate skill. When active, heal all allies within the skill range per second.
Okay. Ooh,
Also-
okay. Healing over time. Okay. Arts damage taken by nearby enemies plus 55% and then movement speed. Ooh. So she's buffing arts dealers, debuffing their movement and healing over time as well. Oh, shit.
Also increase the arts damage taken to the enemies. and slows those enemies that dare to enter her skill range. This skill is mostly used to inflict more damage against bosses, with Operator that can do arts damage. And this skill is also a great SP source combined with her second talent. For her base skill, increase the clue search speed and
Okay, so bit of investment on her. It sounds kind of cracked as well. Okay, I see what you're saying now when you guys are like better spot, right? I get it. Okay. Ooh, damn, bro. Shit, she sounds sick as well. She sounds really good as well, man. S2 is somewhat worse than it looks because enemies generally focus fire due to deployment orders, so usually 1 or 2 people are getting hit and not the whole team. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Probably best bang for buck up in the game. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm torn. Like I was like, oh, actually, I think I'm sold on a mountain, but damn. All right, let's have a look at the chainsaw cat then, shall we? Let's have a look at the chainsaw cat, guys. Because I must admit, obviously, we've met Blaze in the story. I like Blaze. Big fan. Should I get Blaze?
Should you get Blaze?
Damn, this is even harder than it was before.
Yes. Long answer. This entire video.
We like Big Cat, we do.
Blaze is a 6-star AoE guard from Victoria. An excellent combat.
Ooh, I forgot as well, she's from Victoria. Ooh. Patriotism burning. Desire yearning. Bias.
Bat operator.
British anthem in my head.
And one of the elite operator in Rhodes Island. Blaze is an AoE guard, which means she can attack all enemies in her range equal to her block count. As a 6-star AoE guard, Blaze has a great balance of attack and defense.
Okay.
And currently the AoE guard with the highest defense.
Oh, okay. No resistance, alright, okay.
As for her talents, the first talent, much like Circa, when her HP falls beneath 25%, she will restore 50% HP, and prevents HP from falling under 50% for 6 seconds.
Okay, that's kind of good. British and Hong Kong actually. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. That sounds interesting. And talent 2 gains status resistance after being deployed for 15 seconds, reduces duration of stun, cold, and freeze effects by 50%. Useful. All right.
A great talent to keep her alive when she's overcrowded by enemies. But keep in mind, this talent will only active 1 time per deployment. As for the second talent, when deployed, she will immediately gain resistance status that allow her to reduce stun, cold, and freeze debuff duration. This is a decent talent to fight in icy stages, considering her first.
So, at the mini, Saria looks sick, right? She does look really good. But investment. Mountain seems like will be pretty decent at E1, right? Will be pretty good to go at E1. So that's very tempting there, you know, easy access kind of thing, right? Let's see where she's at. She's going to require a decent amount of so this is at E2, yeah. Okay.
Debut is when Chapter 6 first release. This talent is very useful back then. And then for her skills. The first skill is a reliable skill with a consistent damage. This type of skill is a
Saria E1 and Blaze E1 also good. She requires E2. Saria's all-rounder and skills is huge. Yeah, Saria looks really good, man. She looks really good, like a really useful unit, man. Like, I could do with something like that, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so skill 1 increases the attack of the next attack to 290%.
blessing for starter, considering Blaze attack speed. She can frequently shred the enemies with this skill. But the next skill is probably the best one for her.
And she's clapping cheeks. She's clapping cheeks.
A second skill. This skill will expand her attack range 1 tile ahead.
Wait, did that literally actually change the weapon? Oh, fuck, that's sick.
A second skill. This skill
okay,
will
that's pretty
expand her
cool.
attack range 1 tile ahead. Increase attack and defense, and the skill has an infinite duration. Pretty much a top tier skill.
Okay,
her
that sounds
expanded
kind of
range
sick.
can make Blaze safely attack enemies behind obstacles or
That's
other
actually
operators.
pretty cool, actually.
The attack
It's like
and
she
defense
decided
are
to cut the privet, man. She needs to cut the top of the privet.
also begin Mastery 3. This skill take quite some times to active with 70 SP, even in
Okay.
Mastery 3. I suggest you focus to Mastery 3 this skill, to increase her attack and defense, and also to decrease the SP requirement.
Not gonna lie, that range there is kind of nice because, like, again, in regards to ground units, I don't really have many units who are able to like poke people a little bit. You know, we've got like Cliffart's got a decent little range on Arazada. You know, we've got Lappy, obviously. Other than that, who have I got? Everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody else on my other ground unit tiles are like one tile ahead, right? That don't really have anything beyond that to deal with any, like, you know, to be able to poke through a defender or something like that. Does Thorns have a bit of range, does he? Okay. Yeah, I've got Lappy, yeah. Ines could do that. The more blocks she has, by the way, the more DPS she can do. Nowadays, I just put her in front because of her module. Yeah, we got Silver Ash as well.
The third skill is also a great burst
True.
skill.
I always forget about Silver
Upon
Daddy.
skill activation, gradually increase attack and defense, and
Okay.
attacks all enemies within range. When the skill ends, she will deal high amount of physical damage to surrounding enemies, but she will also lose 25% of HP when the skill ends.
Okay.
So be careful when using this.
Yeah.
And for her base skills, the first skill will increase the drone.
Ooh. Damn. Oh, man. She does seem interesting. I think at the minute, I'm still leaning towards Saria and Mountain. Maybe Mountain a little bit more because he's going to be maybe a little bit useful, like, right off the get-go. Although, like, she will be as well. Yeah, I think for that, it's Sari's also good at E1. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's down to those two. I think it's between Saria and Mountain. Where have I put him? Did I close that video down? I think I closed it down, yeah, did I? Yeah, I'm leaning towards Saria and Mountain. You have gummy levels as a substitute recently. Yeah, we got gummy now, yeah. If you want Blaze, just save it till her altar comes on global. Mountain and Blaze function the same. She needs a medic to lane hold while Mountain doesn't. True. He has got that sustainability, hasn't he? Yeah, Thorns is kind of the gold. Yeah, I need to eat one more Thorns, to be fair. If you're planning pulling for you can Spark, Shoe, and choose Mountain. Mountain's more convenient, in my opinion, because he's cheap and he's skilled too. He's on demand. Also, Mountain S2, you just need to toggle once after like 3 seconds and he's all set for the rest of the stage. Needs nothing, the Humble King. We're choosing between Saria and Mountain. Maybe check the other selector first. Yeah, we can do. Dawn's E1 is really useless. Oh, really? Anyone who's good with Saria is the best investment and she's the hardest to replace. You need a solid front line, pick Saria. She's all-around operator. If you need someone to be alone on the other side of the map holding enemies, pick Mountain. Honestly, I think when I think about it, I probably could get a bit more use out of Mountain. You know? At least I'm thinking like I'm thinking about the way I play as well, specifically. I'm thinking I probably could get a little bit more out of him. Saria skill 1 is also good, just like Gummy. That's what I'm thinking. I've got Gummy, right? I've got Gummy. You know what I mean? So do I really have anybody like Mountain? Gummy Saria from Wish. Don't let Super E say that. I don't know, Tor. I don't. I'm thinking Mountain's probably gonna do it. Should we pop your boy? Should we pop the big boy, shall we? E1 Mountain is best. Mountain is one of a... That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking, like... When I think about, like... As I say, we've got Gummy, and I know, like, you know, you're saying, like, you know, Saria is probably a better version of that, but it's like, do I need a better version of something I've got or something that I don't have that's potentially probably going to give me a little bit more utility? You know, a bit of sustain, bit of survivability, potential to, like you say, lane hold it down on his own kind of thing, where I don't really have that in my roster at the minute. Oh yeah, no, Ines is not in the starter pack. This is just Blaze, Exia, Silver Ash, Saria, Mountain, and Thorns. We've got Thorns, we've got Silver Ash, and yeah. Yeah, okay. I think we go Mountain. I think we go Mountain, guys. Let's actually finally use our top operator starter transfer permit then, yeah? Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, let's get your boy. Let's get the big boy. Let's get the big boy. He does look pretty badass, alright? He does look pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, then let's get bro then. Let's get bro then. Yeah, nice Mountain. Yeah, we go Mountain. We go Mountain. You might get lucky and get Saria from recruit. Hey, you can only hope, right? You can only hope, right? I think he will not make E2 for a long time. It's been 2,000 years. For real, yeah. Like, I've been playing the game for like 8 weeks now, roundabout-ish. Like, obviously, we yap a lot on stream, but yeah, and we haven't used this selector. I'm finally using it, man. The game's like, holy shit, bro. I never thought you was gonna do it, man. Alright, let's go. Mountain, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it. Bro's in the squad. He does sound badass, though. He does sound badass. Tony the Tiger. Exy's not even in the discussion. Yeah, when I think about it, you should have looked. When I think about it, I was leaning to like just straight like people have been saying it for a long time, and I've kind of been contemplating like wanting him. You know, I do really need a unit like him. I think I do really need a unit like him. Right then, okay. We've got the 6-star operator from a past headhunting pool. Okay, so this is the big one. This is the big one, guys. This is the big one here. This is the big one here. So we're gonna be here for a while with this one. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Hold up a second. Think, is this the right one here? Okay, I think this is the right one, yeah. Oh no, that's from trying to find an image we can bring up on screen that's a little bit better rather than using the in-game stuff. Def Ines, yeah, like I will be honest, right? We're at a point where I'm kind of personally I'm looking towards Ines or whatever it is. There's Reed Alta, just because that nuke looks fucking cool. And Ascalon. Honestly, I really like the look of Ascalon. You know, I really do like the look of Ascalon. Again, another useful ground unit, you know what I mean? Because as I say, I think I'm really in that, I don't know what Ines is as well. Yeah, Ines is Vanguard. Is it a Vanguard, yeah? Out of those three, Ines is the best character in the game, not close. To be honest, you're not really gaining a lot from Ines in the early game. Riedel to probably need some investment. Ines for practicality. They're all really good choice to pick the one you like the most. Yeah, Ines doesn't block, bro. I don't need blocks, man. Hey, look, you keep telling me get E2s, bro. You need E2s. I don't need shit. Who needs blocks, man? Who needs blocks? I don't need blocks. You guys are tripping. You guys are tripping. All right, let's have a look at some of the watches here that you guys have popped up in the tubes. The tubes, yeah. Block is overrated, right? For real? For real? All right, let's have a look then. What we got here then? So let's have a look at this then. This one's from Yia. Ines is game changing. Should we watch this then, chat? Should we watch this and let's have a little look then, right? Because all I've seen so far is just the nuke, right? I've just seen the nuke. Ascalon is really good. Yeah, man, she does. You know, she does look really good, man. And I like that. You know, one thing with me, what's a big seller? I'm a sucker for cool looking VFXs. In this game. Honestly, what does this? Have they stopped making content? Have they for Arknights? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay, then let's watch it then. They're making variety now. Oh, okay. What? It's still in the gacha space or what?
Hi.
Still in the gacha space or Okay, just a proper variety content. Okay, all right. Okay, you make good videos. All right, then let's see then and see if this one's good then. All right, then let's go. Ines is game changing.
Here is Ines. She is not a sarcasm. It seems that everyone understands that Ines is game changing somehow, and yeah, it's obviously because of her branch, but she's a lot more than that. Why is Ines so good? Well, let's figure that out. Hey Ines, what's up?
Oh, I think I might have watched one of these dude's videos before. Actually, did I watch one of his videos before? Or was it plus minus? Was it plus minus? It was in a plus minus video. Or was it a renegade video? I'm sure I've watched somebody else and I don't know. I think I might be tripping.
Does that mean you hate me?
Might be tripping.
I'm a big fan of this guy called Zafang21.
Maybe I've just watched one of their videos before.
On this cool mobile game called Mark Fights, but he's still pretty entertaining to watch.
Traits and talents, Shadow, Sentinel, Money Gang, we love
Ines
redeploying.
Is an agent Vanguard, so she trades some of her HP and defense that the rest of the Vanguards have for a halved redeployment time, which can be lowered down to 31 seconds with a redeployment potential. Agents work similar to fast redeploy specialists because of this trait, with most of their usefulness coming immediately after their deployment. You know how to use fast redeploys, I shouldn't have to grill you on it. Ines' first talent makes her first hit against every enemy bind them for 5 seconds, stealing 90 attack. This refreshes after every deployment, meaning you can bind the same enemy multiple times using multiple
that's kind of useful, yeah.
Stealing.
So does it just legit just reduce their attack then, yeah?
As a mechanic where enemy stats will be subtracted the same time they're added onto an ally stat. In this case, the enemies she hits will have 90 less attack, and Ines will gain 90 attack per unique enemy she's hit. The stolen attack resets if you retreat Ines, and the enemy's attack that she hit will also return to normal. If the enemy dies, whatever stat was stolen will also revert for Ines. The stolen attack is the final step in figuring out the operator's attack stat, so it's applied after base additives and attack skill multiplicatives, meaning you can't get crazy scaling from
boy Tony the Tiger over here is going to town, man.
Even with all these catches, this is still a very powerful first talent. Think of something like Phantom S3, but
5 second bind, attack speed, steal detection. Right, okay. I was thinking that, like, what is bind exactly? Keep in mind, Ines will be in the gold search shop in August. That's what I'm thinking as well, dude. I'm thinking maybe we go the search shop for a year, you know? I was just thinking that too. I feel like, man, are we watching a mountain showcase here?
Actually consistent. 5 seconds of bind is very strong crowd control, with the only condition to it being Ines' targeting. Bind is the only crowd control effect that enemies aren't immune to, so this talent won't be invalidated unlike other sources of CC like stun or levitate. Stealing 90 attack is a nice cherry on top, but not really anything major. Yet.
Raid Altar isn't also in gold search shop soon. Oh, really? Need 180 gold certs. Hold up a second. Speaking of, where am I looking? Right. Store, yeah, store. Where am I looking at? Certs. Which one is it? The distinctions. These ones, yeah. Okay, I got 63. How long will it take me to get to 180? How long will it take me to get to 180, chat? Click token exchange. You got your lot, it's fast. Press the token exchange button. I got 65. Yo, we're big in the game, man. 2 more. We're almost there if you do that. Close, you know? You get most certs by pulling. Man, maybe we need to spend some cash and just go gamba. Maybe we need to spend some cash and go gamba, chat. Every 4-star gives you 1, 5-star gives you 5, so very long. Shit, bro. Is gamba the way? Is gamba the way? Do I need to start swiping? Is that what I need to start doing, champ? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Huh? Should be able to get 180 by August. Is that when it happens? Okay.
Arknight stages having relatively low enemy count and Ines being centered around redeploying, which would reset these attack stacks. Ines' second talent reduces enemy movement speed and removes stealth when they're in her attack range. After retreating her, she'll leave behind a shadow sentinel that has the same range as her, or whatever they call it in the translation, that maintains this effect. Stealth removal has always been a very strong niche to have, but the fact that not many operators have this effect means Ines is much more powerful. Being from the agent branch, you can reposition her shadow sentinel easily, combining the redeployability and invis reveal, which only
that
one
stealth
other
removal seems pretty useful, yeah.
Seen. A 30% reduction in movement speed isn't that big, but it's noticeable enough and has the potential to be very impactful.
My alerts are broken. What's going on
Shadow
there?
Sentinel is arguably the most broken part of Ines' kit. Because she
Bro,
doesn't have to be on the
alerts?
field in order for these effects to work, you get to save a deployment slot while reaping the benefits of that invis reveal and movement speed reduction. Both of Ines' talents go well with her halved redeployment time, so if you want to use her well, you need to be good at planning her redeployments.
Okay.
Hey Ines, what's up? I'm not quite sure where Hodor would be. He's probably in his room again watching.
I didn't use Ines once in Lappy's events.
Game. Ines'
Kelsey
first
and Penance
skill makes her next
showcase.
attack give the enemy an 80% arts damage DOT for the next 3 seconds, immediately granting 2 DP. The skill isn't very good, with the only reasonable use for it being
Fastest way is pulling the other users using recruiting and buying welfare operators on their debut.
Not very justifiable because you have to redeploy her. You don't get to make use of her redeployment because the skill is consistent. It's attack recovery.
Dude, I like her
SP,
animation,
which
like
isn't
showing the
that
speed
big
of
of
her.
a deal due to its low SP cost, but yeah, you would probably never use this skill unless you're some E0 only or S1 only.
She can leave a stealth removal and slow on the field even when she's retreated. Oh, really? Actually, that's kind of sick.
Psychopath. Ines' second skill expands her range and increases her attack. All her attacks give 1 DP and steal 7 attack speed from the enemy up to 10 times, debuffing the enemy to minus 70 attack speed. She also gains stealth during this skill.
Is that what that
Stealth
total
makes
means?
Ines
Okay.
unable to take damage from the enemy as long as she isn't blocking them, which is very abusable. It's the better version of camouflage because she won't be revealed when blocked or won't get hit by AoE damage. The attack speed debuff, while it is
Okay, let me just re-listen to that again.
them, which is very abusable. It's the better version of camouflage, expands her range and increases her attack. All her attacks give 1 DP and steal 7 attack speed from the enemy up to 10 times, debuffing the enemy to minus 70 attack speed. She also gains stealth during this skill. Stealth makes Ines unable to take damage from the enemy as long as she isn't blocking them, which is very abusable. It's the better version of camouflage because she won't be revealed when blocked or won't get hit by AoE damage. The attack speed debuff, while it is funny watching slow attack interval enemies like bosses take a billion years to attack, it's hard to make worthwhile because the skill's short duration of 12 seconds. Because Ines starts with 15 initial SP and the SP cost of the skill is 20
Yo, look at
M3,
mounting,
you
bro.
don't need Bagpipe's Sacred 5th potential to immediately drop Ines and press a skill. Throughout the entire skill duration, if Ines is constantly attacking enemies, she can get 18 attacks in for a total of 18 DP. The expanded range is nice, and Ines is able to hit some cracked ass diagonals on the enemies, which a lot of assassin redeploy melee ops like Texalt or Yatawal don't have. The movement speed reduction and invis reveal from her second talent are also expanded here, but it's not that big of a deal because of the skill's short duration, like I mentioned earlier. The Shadow Sentinel does, however, not go away until Ines retreats, and since Ines will be on the field while the skill is up, you can have 2 sources of slow and reveal on opposite sides of the map.
Bro, that stealth removal does sound really good though, right? Does sound really good. Like when you think about it, like on the Lappy event, right? You know, we were using Tota. You know what I'm saying? We were using Tota, that sounds pretty good. Canadian Annihilation, Longman Downtown, you get a lot of distinctions. DDLR, camouflage means you get hit by AoE, invis means you don't get hit by anything. Seems like our slept on Ines, that leftover stealth removal might be useful in some situations. Yeah. Yeah. Is it on his E2, Silver Ash, Toro? It's on his E2, yeah. You rarely need camouflage detection, though. Yeah, true. Well, actually, I don't know, actually. Not too many events use invisibility, though. Silver Ash is the OG stealth reveal. Invisary in endgame stuff. So, okay. So we'll have an E2 Silver Ash by then, won't we? Only Ned, Silver Daddy, and Horn have the stealth removal skills. Invis reveal is the only thing that you never need until you do. Yeah, it's one of them things, and it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't necessarily need that at the minute, but like you say, when you do, it's like, shit, I'm in trouble now.
Once. Due to the skills,
I believe
cost of 20
Ines requires E2 for invisible reveal as well, yeah?
And reposition her somewhere else, or have her stay
Find
on the
boy
field
and
on
the
the
noise
same
you sing
tile
about
to
that.
activate the skill again. Ines' third skill is the skill issue skill. It makes her first deployment cost 0 DP, but you only get to place the Shadow Sentinel of her second talent. Her subsequent deployments will attract that sword over to her, dealing big damage to up to 6 enemies along the way. Ines gets a big attack increase, as well as the ability to generate 1 DP for every enemy she hits. Despite this simple explanation, being able to fully maximize the skill requires a lot of planning. It makes use of both of Ines' talents. Because Ines can steal attack from multiple enemies using the sword, she can get a massive attack boost with up to 540 damage using just the Shadow Sentinel alone. The sword has a pretty big hitbox, being able to damage enemies in a 3x3, and because she can hit enemies from across the map, that 5-second bind will also proc, giving her nice multi-target crowd control. Once the sword comes to Ines, she can use her then big stolen attack stat to deal significant damage to targets. With this skill, you need to mark Ines' deployments at certain times in certain areas of the map to get the full use of it, and it's extremely strong because of her being able to damage enemies and get crowd control off, affecting areas across the stage. Take Cactus's 718 Vanguard Duo clear for example. In this clear, he consistently used Ines' sword to bind Patriot so that the boss would line up on the mines with the Sarkaz Claw guys to hit them both. Ines herself, meanwhile, helped Saga finish off the Claw guys.
Okay, I like the tech.
Patriot, a similar trick was used, except with Ines actually being able to damage Patriot because of his lowered defense. Since Ines has shortened redeployment time that comes from her branch, she was also used to take care of the mortar guys that spawn on the top right of the map. The clear ends with style, using the final mine to hit a synchronized Claw guy and Patriot as Ines finishes both of them off. If you're wondering which masteries to put on Ines, put masteries on her S2, unless you're a super sweat, then do M6 because both her skill 2 and 3 are used in high-end clears.
That was kind of sick.
Anyways, that's about it for this video. See ya. Hey Ines, what's up?
Ooh, okay, yeah, she seems actually really good. Oh, this is gonna be difficult, man. This is gonna be a hard choice. This is, guys. It's gonna be a hard choice, man. Honestly, she's busted but stupid fun to use. S3 is the game of skill, but that is used for fun. Yeah, she does seem good, yeah. She does seem good. Shall we have a look at this one's a bit longer, right? Have we got a shorter one for Ascalon? It was like 20 minutes. I feel like we don't need 20 minutes, right? We don't need 20 minutes. Have we got an Ascalon showcase? Let's have a look at the Degen one first, and then we'll find one for Ascalon in a sec. That one's a little bit long. Here we go. All right, let's check out. Should you get and build a Degenbrecher? Hold on a second, guys. Give me a moment. I just need to get a glass for a drink. Yo, if you haven't hit the like button as well, drop a like on the stream. All hail Orange Pillow. Yeah, lurkers, drop a like. Get a like on the stream, guys. It's appreciated. It's appreciated. Shout out to everybody hanging out in stream as well, guys. We got like, what? 200 odd people in here, man. We can. I don't even know where we're at with likes. How many likes have we got? How many likes have we got? We gotta get the self look. We got 71 likes. Actually, that's more than I thought we got. So yeah, shout out to you guys. Appreciate it. I think we could do 100 though. I think we could do 100. Yo, nice on Kent, legend. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. God Frostbite tells you to roll in anyone. We can get it. We can get a good idea of what the character's about though. You see, like Ines looks really good, right? Really good. I will say though, I don't know if she's for me, and that's not because it's just because of the style of character she is. But then again, I don't know. Like I said, I'm still learning, right? But I am starting to develop, you know, that in stage management as well, which I think she seems like you need to be heavily on top of that, right? You know, you're in stage management, right? I'll wait for Ines to the shop. In the shop, but if you absolutely won't save 180 gold cert, then honestly, it depends on which banners you plan to pull on. You need to learn the redeployments too. No hate, but Degen is overrated. Okay, let's have a look then. Let's have a look. Exactly, yeah, Ignub, yeah, true. You might not have enough brain wrinkles yet for anything too crazy. The brain expands. The brain expands. Wait, you wait. Watch. With the best fucking Arknights player in the end, it's never gonna happen.
Degenbrecher.
Alright, let's have a look.
Short answer, yes.
Yes.
Long answer, this entire video.
Degenbrecher よ。
Degenbrecher よ。
本名だと思ってくれて構わないわ。契約
Do you like the design now? I do really like the
私の
design.
仕事は護衛対象が変わった以外
Chilchuk's the
何も変わ
MVP.
らないみたいで。
He posted some trivia.
Degenbrecher.
Oof. Oof. She's got long arms.
Lithuanian-born Caprini, widely known as the Black Knight, former 3 consecutive winner of Kazim Yesh Major. All thanks to her outstanding combat skills, physical resilience, and mobility. But interestingly enough, she has a flawed originium adaptability.
Definitely mommy, yeah, these are definitely mommy.
For most people, no doubt they will think that winning the major will bring someone great fortune and fame. Especially her, who has won 3 times.
I really like her design.
But alas, her winning streak is labeled as a threat to the KGCC's interest. And many armorless union, including the Dark Steel, were sent to get her out of the picture. But who would have thought, she prevailed from the assassination one
What's
after another.
What's this from? The fuck is this from?
The chase for Black Knight was only over once the chairman of Carlin Trade.
Are they official manga? Ooh, I'm gonna have to read that then. She's the Captain America of Arknights. Oh, really? Oh, look at the degenerate goat lady. Jenny's so strong she doesn't even need arts.
Inshia de Silver Rash approached the GCC to hire her as a bodyguard. Seeing that Kazim Yesh has already bored her anyway,
she looks good,
and the
man.
assassination will never stop soon. The famous Black Knight then worked under Silver Ash and Carlin Trade until this day. But not solely because she's trying to repay her debt. But it seems because she finds Yerrick and people like Silver Ash match her interest. And now, following the contract between the Doctor and Mr. Silver Rash, she is currently registered
Wait, he says
as
Silver
Rhode
Rash. He says
Island
like he's saying Silver Rash. You got a fucking bad rash.
operator.
Put respect on
Well,
the Black
ladies and
Knights.
gents, the Black Knight is finally here. After being teased even before the game was released. Our first encounter with her is her being a boss. So how's her playable version? Well, let me tell you, she's even more amazing than ever. Black Knight is our 3rd sword master after Irene.
Okay.
And much like that Spaniard bird, her attack hit twice,
Spaniard bird.
and she has a great physical damage potential.
Nuka DPS
But unlike
debuff.
others in her archetype, Black Knight's specialty is also in inflicting debuff.
Debuff.
Now this is her stats. Sword Master in general.
Okay, what we got? 2800 HP, 685 attack, defense 389, no resistance, deploy time 70 seconds, redeploy time, should I say. DP cost 23, block 2, interval 1.3 seconds. Bro, that artwork. Oh my god. My days.
General has an average balance of defensive and offensive. And with their double hits, they should be able to defeat low defense targets with ease. But often struggle with some higher defense enemies without their skills, attack boost or defense reduction. Their DP cost also almost touches the high category. But in most stages, you should be able to deploy them pretty early with certain Vanguard. And interestingly, compared to other 6-star Sword Master, Black Knight's stats are lower than Irene and Chen. But not a big difference, of course.
I really like her design, man.
Just by their stats.
Really like her design.
Next up, let's see her talent. Her talent 1 is very important. It is the source of her unique
Okay, when dealing damage, there is a 10% chance to increase attack to 165% plus 5% and frighten the target for 5 seconds. Frighten's what Lappy Ulta's got you that can make them run away sometimes, yeah. Which sometimes can be obviously good because he can, like, you know, he can alleviate a bit of pressure sometimes, can't he? Sometimes it can almost be a what's it, right? It's not the same. Frighten is not fear. Oh. Oh, okay. Fear, it's not fear. Frighten disarms enemies, disabling them to attack. Oh, shit. Okay, then. All right, I'll take it back. I'll take it back. So you're not fearful when you're frightened, then? You know? You know?
Debuff and damage when combined with talent 2. So, whenever she attacks, she has a 10% chance to deal critical damage and inflict a new debuff called Frighten for a few seconds. Frighten is a very powerful effect.
Yeah, actually sounds like that's kind of better in a sense, right? Because, like, obviously, like, say, fear's great, but, like, fear can have that unintended outcome sometimes, like, where we've seen it where, like, it happened on the Lappy event, right? You know, with the cards and stuff sometimes. If there's a specific mechanic like that, maybe it can cause your issues. And that sounds like that might be even better.
Because it will disable the enemy's normal attack. Pretty much the opposite of silence, and generally more useful. And even in CN, Black Knight is still the only one who can inflict this. Sadly, 10% chance is crazy low. Yeah, depending on her normal attack alone, is such an unreliable way to inflict this new effect. Luckily her skills will help with that. As for talent 2, this is the ability that helps her dealing with bulky
ignores 30% plus 5% defense when attacking frightened targets. Okay.
Targets.
So basically she's doing more damage when she's frightening them then.
As this will allow her to ignore some percentage of enemy defense.
To be fair though, she probably will be kind of scary, wouldn't she? But you wouldn't mind it'd be that kind of scary where you're like, you know what, I'm just going to lean into it.
And this is the kind of defense ignore that scale with the target's defense, which is great. But she will only do it to those inflicted with frighten. Considering she can only inflict frighten with talent 1.
I do like her attack animations as well.
You might think it will be bad. But thankfully her skills are designed to deal high burst damage in a very short time. Then this is her potential upgrade list. All of her potential upgrade done a good job in
deployment cost -1, first talent enhancement, attack player plus 23, second talent enhancement, deployment cost -1.
Increasing her damage output, especially the extra defense ignore on second talent enhancement. But it is expensive to get there. Luckily,
Vina can inflict it as well, can't she?
Without extra pot. Next, let's see her module. She got the X module, which will increase her skill damage, as well as increasing a variety of stats. And for upgrades, it will enhance her talent 1 by increasing the damage multiplier.
Shit! Yo, what the? Hold on, I need to see that again, bro. What the fuck? That was sick. Hold on, let me just read these before I look at that again, because I was getting distracted. Stage 2, when dealing damage, there is a 10% chance to increase attack to 170% plus 5%, frighten the target for 5 seconds. Stage 3, when dealing damage, there is a 10% chance to increase attack to 105%, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Attacks 50, defense 50, 120. Okay, all right.
For upgrades, it will enhance her talent 1 by increasing the damage multiplier. Overall, the module is good to make her damage much more potent. Sadly, other than damage and a bit of extra defense, there's nothing new added to her abilities.
Bro, did you see that animation? That was a fucking lot added to the ability. I'm telling you, I've told you, man. I am a sucker for that shit in this game. You know? That's a lot. There's a lot been added right there. There's a lot been added. Neurons got activated.
Is your main damager. You might want to squeeze every damage boost you can get by upgrading the module. Otherwise, might want to put the module on hold. Or just unlock the base effect for the time being.
Bro, that looks sick. That looks sick.
Let's talk skills. You most definitely...
Alright, skill 1. The next attack deals 220% of attacker's physical damage twice up to 5 surrounding. Ooh, shit. 5 surrounding ground enemies. Ooh. Ooh. See, I'm liking this. Like, I'm liking this. I do think we're going to end up leaning towards, like, a good ground pounder. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Just use one of her skills. But first let's see her skill 1. Skill 1 is your basic next attack deal more damage. It's pretty solid for a starter and AFK. But you better use other skills. Mainly because her other skills do better damage, debuff, and guarantee her talent 1 to be active.
The skill animation's great, isn't it?
For skill 2, she will deal big damage to 6 enemies in range. With more damage.
Launches 2... See, you did my laugh. Launches 2 slashes up to 6 ground enemies within the frontal range. Blocked enemies are slashed 3 times instead of... Shit. See, definitely when you're running that, you want to be running her with some defenders, yeah. SV is the only one that matters. She's the reverse boss meme. A boss version is weaker than a playable version. That's usually the way in a game, isn't it? It's a cracked character. Absolute cracked character. Blocked by her. Oh, okay. You know, cracked bosses usually end up in whatever game and they turn on you or something and then they become a pussy, right? Fucking movie version of it. Bucky from Avengers, you know, the Winter Soldier. Remember when we saw him? Remember when we first saw him? Dude was an absolute monster, and then he became a little bitch when he become one of the guys. Talent 1 activation rate increases to 100% each, and each slash deals 310% of attacker's physical damage. Can store 2 charges.
Damage if the target is blocked, and the hit also guaranteed her talent 1 to be active. Which means if you have unlocked a talent 2, this skill will ignore some of the enemy defense.
Okay.
This skill does a pretty great damage, especially to blocked enemies. And technically, if you want to inflict frighten on enemies for a long time, this should be the best skill to use. But since this is an offensive recovery, the charge time can be irregular and long, especially without SP support. Then time for her best skill. Skill 3 will make her deal
launches up to 10 slashes, each dealing 235% of attackers. Is that what she was doing when she was doing a sick move? 235% of attack as physical damage up to 6 enemies. Talent 1 activation rate increases to 100% and continues to drag enemies towards this unit moderately, then deals 330% of attackers physical damage and drags them towards this unit significantly. Okay, so she's got like, it's like a physical AoE with like CC as well then?
Then time for her best skill. Skill 3 will make her deal multiple damage to enemies in a wide area.
Bro, did you see that?
Flying enemies included. Each hit guarantees her talent 1, dealing critical damage, and a bigger multiplier on the last hit.
Holy
While
shit.
attacking, she will also pull the enemies towards her with a medium
attacks aerial enemies as well.
and significant force on the last hit. Simple, yet very effective, and potent damage skill. But the best part is,
oh shit,
this is an auto recovery skill, something that none other sword master has. So far all sword master can deal significant damage to the enemies, and you can say the offensive recovery is something to offset it. But it's not the case for our Black Knight. Furthermore, this skill only has 30 SP cost, so you can use it multiple times in a relatively short interval, especially with the help of SP support.
Yo,
next,
hey,
let's.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm kind of liking her. I'm kind of liking her, chat.
See what's a skill mastery priority.
Like, I'm liking the kit, right? And then the design as well, just kind of the, you know, cherry on top, man.
Skill 3 no doubt. Although there's nothing to game changing like Irene with her S3 for example. But this is the Black Knight's best skill that you most likely will use often.
Oh yeah, we're going to check out the other ones, of course. Yeah, that's the only thing is I'm thinking is a little bit of a negative is the investment.
And if you
well, I suppose, you know, we're going to start after and accept if we really want to get the best, you know, we're going to have to start investing, right?
Needed somehow. You can't stay at M1 because it increases the number of enemies she can hit from 5 to 6. As for her base skills, when in a trading post, skill 1 will increase the efficiency, but reduce the order limit.
Man, I need to get a good one of that for a wallpaper, bro. I think we need a degen wallpaper, man. I'm telling you, on the desktop, lads. I think we need to make it happen. All right, okay. We got a Ascalon one, yeah. I think Ken said he put a shorter Ascalon one in here. Yeah, nice one, Ken. Legend, appreciate you.
Amnesia is a
all right, let's have a look at this one then. Should you get and build Ascalon? Because I'm not going to lie, right? Degen's up there now. Or I've seen a little bit of Ascalon, only a little bit, and I'm kind of into it. You know? A Degen and Mlynar are 2 broken DPSs. Only problem is she needs E2 for that. What's going on in experimentals? Only reminds me of Degen. Right, definitely. I can see what you're saying. Degen is also invulnerable when she uses her S3. Holy shit. Okay, let's have a look at Ascalon then. Let's have a look at Ascalon.
Amnesia is a convenient excuse. I'm watching you, Doctor.
I use it all the time.
Ascalon. It's my only name. Call it a code name if you like. But if you want to update my file, you'll have to speak to Dr. Kaltzit first.
疲れているのかだと? いいや、ここは穏やかで気も紛れる。
Ascalon.
JBVA. I'm liking that. Ethan is better, not gonna lie.
Leader of Sweep. Rhodes Island branch that mainly works as counter-infiltration and recon. Due to this organization's nature, most information about its members is unknown and classified. This is especially the case with Ascalon. Although after some digging, we know that she was once a member of Babel, Rhodes Island predecessor, growing up near Castle important figures, and was even trained by the regent himself. She has a rather unique art that in a way allow her to erase herself from others' perception. Combined with her excellent close-quarter combat skill, she is a master of covert missions.
Ascalon's Bonner got shafted. Oh, was it right? Oh, was it?
NPC has finally become playable. Ascalon is our second.
Speaking of that, I think Withering Waves have done that to Chiacona, man. Slapped her right in between Zani and Cartathea. Like, bruh, sent her out to die, man. Legit sent her out to die. Like, honestly, I think her revenue is going to be really low. Now I'm thinking about it now. Chiacona probably should have been the free unit for the anniversary for Withering Waves, because it's like they sent her out. They took her around back like old Yellow Man with a shotgun and just ready to put one in the back of a dome. You know what I mean? I don't know why they did that. All right, let's have a look at this. And trait deals damage to all targets within range, 50% chat to dodge, physical and arts, and is less likely to be targeted by enemies.
6-star ambusher specialist after Mizuki.
I've been saying she should be free this entire time. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was like, I don't know about that, man. I'm here for the free 5-star, but I think that was a little bit too much. But now after what they've done, it's like they may as well, because I ain't making any money off her. You know?
Attack all enemies in their range. Have a permanent 50% dodge against physical and arts. And normally has lower aggro than most units. This combined with them having 0 block count makes...
Bro... Like, who needs block when you're doing this? You know what I mean?
Them perfect to be deployed near a concentrated enemy's position, without being disturbed. And dwindling down enemies' number, or HP before the enemies arrived at where most of your DPS units are located.
Dot as well, yeah.
Most units in this archetype, Ascalon included, also comes with abilities to stall enemies. So yes. They are pretty much Spike Rock, or maybe Ghost Pepper from Plants vs. Zombie.
So, what is it? She's got a slow AoE damage and applies damage over time as well, yeah?
This is Ascalon's general stats. Ascalon has a
slows like
pretty high
80%.
attack and can also hit all ground enemies in her range. But to offset this, she has a slow attack interval. She also doesn't have a very high HP and defense. Although she does have a pretty high resistance. Well, Ascalon and other ambushers normally won't have a problem with melee enemies, since they have 0 block. But ranged enemies are still a concern.
Okay.
The 50% dodge from her tray is going to be her main.
So you want to give us some sort of however you're going to go about it to negate the range guys, but physical guys you're not worrying about, right?
Defense mechanism
you're just
against
slapping
ranged
them
attacks.
basically.
But since this is RNG, it's not always dependable. So if you want to make sure she survived 100%, might want to partner her with a healer, or maybe bait the ranged attacks to someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see her talents.
Attacks apply the following effect on enemies. Reduce movement speed by 18% and the enemy takes arts damage equal to 10% of Ascalon's attack every second lasting for 25 seconds and can be stacked up to 3 times. So what you can be applying applying up to 30% then?
Every time Ascalon attacks, she will also inflict movement speed reduction and arts DOT to the targets. And
Shit,
this
that really
effect
does
can
build up,
stack
doesn't it?
up to 3 times and last for a pretty long time. This is a very great talent for a stalling.
I've seen that, Vergan. I've seen that. Attacks apply the following effect on enemies. Oh, we just read that, yeah, okay.
Unit like her. Because by simply attacking, and outside of skill activation, she can slow down enemies significantly. And it's also one of the best arts DOT sources in the game. Furthermore, the DOT works as a way to compensate for Ascalon's slow attack interval, making sure the enemies will always take damage, even when she's not ready to attack.
And I feel like, I don't know, man, I'm just pulling this out the top of my head, but I feel like, obviously, in a situation like that where you're getting swarmed, right, and she's slowing and applying that to them as well, you had like some sort of other, AoE uni, I don't know, like a castle or even something like Pinecone. Yeah, I feel like you would absolutely be able to obliterate swarms of enemy, like, so fast, with, like, joining up with another unit like that. Like, you could just be burning through them, like, you know what I mean?
And the second talent will just permanently increases her attack speed.
So attack speed plus 10 plus 2 when there are ranged tiles in the 4 tiles surrounding this unit. Additionally, oh, okay. Wait, ranged tiles in the 4 tiles surrounding this unit. Wait, so, oh, okay. So these tiles get an attack speed boost. Is that what that means? So when you deploy a ranged unit on one of these tiles, they're getting an attack speed boost. Is that the deal there, yeah? She gets it. Oh, okay. Oh, so if she's near range tiles, she gets an attack speed boost. Interesting. Okay. Okay, alright, that's interesting then, is actually, I like that.
And further increased it, if Ascalon is near a high ground tile.
Which, like, really you're going to be wanting to do, especially if there is any casters about, like, say, if you want to pair her up with a healer as well, just to make sure you're keeping her alive from those casters, then, that you're getting, obviously, they're getting the benefit of the attack speed there, and obviously you got a healer unit nearby as well. Okay.
Then this is her pot upgrade list. That works to reduce her cost, HP and
Bro, I do love the copies in Arknights, man. They're so, like, that. Obviously they're a benefit, but it ain't no fucking Withering Waves. It ain't no Genshin Impact. It ain't no Zenless Zone Zero form of copies. You know what I mean? It's nice, man. I hope this continues. Obviously, it looks like it is going to, but I hope this continues into Enfield. Such a good system.
Speed.
But obviously you can go into it and spend if you want and get a better operator. It's not like a different fucking, totally different
let's see her module.
Version of playing the game almost.
Got the X module, meaning every enemy in her range will get their movement speed reduced.
Okay, so Hidden Blade slows the movement speed of enemies within this unit's attack range by 20%.
As well as increase her HP and attack. And the upgrade will strengthen her first talent. But not really by a big margin, and doesn't add anything new.
Okay,
as
use an
it
extra
only
3
increases
seconds.
the arts damage a bit. and the duration up to 30 seconds.
Okay.
From my experience, Ascalon's module isn't a high priority, so I think
Okay, that's good to
unlocking the
hear.
base effect is enough if you're going to use her often. Now let's talk skills. Her skill 1 is already a good first skill and
The next attack hits twice, with each hit dealing 200% damage.
the AFK skill.
Not yet, Kumo.
When it's ready, she will hit
I'm
the
gonna look at
enemies
Ascalon.
twice, while also dealing critical damage. And that hit twice also means she will full stack her talent 1 to the enemies faster. Combine.
Wait a minute. Was that Ascalon? Was that? What the fuck was that on there then? It was that popping up?
When it's ready, she will hit the enemies twice, while also dealing critical damage. And that hit twice also means
Who's that? Who's that? Is that Degen? It looks like Degen. Is that Degen? Ooh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, I didn't need to see that. That's making it even damn, bro. Holy shit.
she will full stack her talent 1 to the enemies faster. Combined with a
Looking
cheap cost and
respectfully.
can hold 3 charges even at level 7, makes it a good DPS skill, albeit being too generic. As for her skill 2, she will get an attack.
Okay, so we've got a attack plus 130%, inflict minus 60%. Jesus, man. Speed up to enemies within range, and then apply 1 layer of talent 1 to nearby enemies when they die.
Now significantly reduce enemy movement who enters her range.
Bro,
spread
that
talent
is
1 when an enemy is
insane.
defeated. Almost the same like what Redo to Res 3 does. And while she only attacks ground enemies, but this skill movement reduction somehow also works on flying enemies, which is nice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so she's not getting the damage effects though, but she's getting the slot, which could be really useful as well, actually.
All in all, this is considered her best skill. It has good damage, a potent way to stall enemies, especially fast-moving one, and dangerous elites or bosses, making it a great alternative to someone like Mostoma, or maybe even better for most situations, because this skill has a cheap cost, so you can use it often. Lastly, we have her skill 3. It offers decent...
Okay, what we got here then? Expands the attack range. Damn, that's a... Fuck, that attack range is huge. Attack plus 50%. Reduce attack interval by 1.5 seconds. Reduce the physical and arts accuracy of ground enemies within attack range by minus 50% to become more likely to be attacked. When enemies miss Ascalon or Ascalon dodges attacks, recover 8% max HP. Okay, that doesn't sound that good, actually. The range is nice. I guess reducing the physical and arts accuracy of ground enemies is kind of cool, I suppose. So, like, you know, if you did, like, just out of curiosity, say you got her down, right? You got her range. Say a caster comes into range, but the caster's not targeting her. Say it's targeting, like, a defender or, like, one of your range units. Will that reduce the accuracy of them attacking that unit, like? Just out of curiosity. Like, S2 definitely looks like the better skill, but... just more specifically for that, like, mechanic, like... Yeah. Okay, alright. Okay, that's kind of interesting, though. Yeah, S2 definitely sounds like the better skill, but that still kind of sounds interesting, though.
damage to defeat some types of swarms, and use...
For the most part, they will attack her as she has a taunt in the skill. Oh, is there a taunt built into the skill, is it? Oh, I know she's more likely to be attacked, but what increases that then? Range by 50% and more likely to be attacked. Suppose that's why it gives a reduction, yeah, because she's more likely to be attacked and then hopefully they miss, I guess.
Useful to cover more tiles. However, this skill's biggest purpose is for baiting, because this skill will increase Ascalon's aggro.
Higher taunt value always gets hit.
The skill will give her the ability to reduce ground enemies' accuracy that are within her range. and with her dodge chance from her tray in mind, it gives her a big chance to dodge an attack, while also giving heal whenever she successfully dodge. However, since the accuracy debuff only works on enemies that are in her range, long-range enemies outside could still give her problem. For the skill that you should master, I suggest her skill 2. It is perfect for most situations, and the mastery gain is also significant. Like how it improves the movement reduction, attack bonus, and reducing the cost.
Enemy, unless enemy has special targeting, more or less likely means a massive taunt difference. Right, okay.
Skill 3 is your next option,
you're more than likely going to be
pretty much only master it if you find that baiting ability useful.
I really like Ascalon though. Guys, I really like Ascalon. I really like Degen though, man. I think they're the two most likely at the moment. I really do. I really like Ascalon. I don't know what it is. There's something about it, man. I'm like, I feel like I can really apply her quite well. You know what I mean? You're like most ops in these videos, probably. Keep in mind, Degen is getting a rerun banner soon. How soon is soon? How soon is soon? They both have alternatives. In a month, maybe. Ooh, okay. Ooh. 2 months or so. Soon, like next month, 2 banners from now. Maybe 3 or 4 weeks, Degen banner rerun. Oh, shit. Okay, maybe we'll hold off on the Degen then if we are going to get it. Obviously, I know we got to hope that we get her, but still. You know? Still. Should you have a look at Penance then? A couple of people mentioned Penance. I think this one's a little bit more of a divisive, yeah, because a lot of people are saying Ines, you know, Reed, Degen, Ascalon. I've seen a few people mention Penance, but I've seen other people like, nah, fuck Penance. So I'm curious then, because this one seems a little bit more of a conversation around this one rather than people saying, yeah, get it, like, you know what I mean?
Build Penance?
Okay, let's have a look.
Short answer, C. Long answer, this entire
Juggernaut
video.
Defender. A shipper with Vigil. Penance is great. Penance is busted.
Non sono più il giudice di Siracusa. Oggi presto servizio investe.
Is she the one now? Is the judge in the Syracuse area? Is that what it is? Is that the character I'm thinking of now? Yeah. I've got to get the Italian hands out, yeah. The Italian hands.
Di operatrice Penance. 今回は必ず正しい判決を下してみせる。絶対的な正義が存在しなくとも、私は自分の正義を掲げる。
The law is a means, not an end.
Man, all VAs did a killer job there. All VAs did a killer job.
Lavinia Falcone, codename
Penance,
is a 6-star Juggernaut defender from Syracuse.
Okay.
Former city-state judge of Syracuse. As the judge who carries the will of Signora Cecilia, she and other judges are obligated to uphold and apply Syracusan law, performing all judicial duties efficiently, fairly, and impartially. But alas, the mafia families are often in control, interfering in the judge's verdict. Penance herself became a judge with the help of the Bellone family. But even though she is backed by the mafia family, she sees the form of justice controlled by the family is wrong. And so she didn't decide cases entirely on the Bellone's will.
Well, this is what I like about Arknights, man. You know, like there's this, like, again, characters operating in the grey, you know what I mean? This people's beliefs being questions and coming into conflict kind of thing. I like it, man. There's a little bit there's a lot more nuance to the characters in this, I think.
But with her beliefs on the real sense of justice.
Yeah,
however,
I remember somebody saying that before, Joshua, actually.
Mafia's control, and often blame herself for not able to improve the system. But after the events in the city of Volsini, She worked together with Vigil to establish a new and better judicial system. And through Operator Texas, she also joins Rhodes Island, working in the logistics department as a legal counsel. Ali Armstrong was right. A gavel strike can end a life, or even lives. Penance is our second 6-star juggernaut after Mudrock. Personally, with her stylish look, character references, light motif and VA, this gorgeous lady is one of my favorite ops. And she could become your favorite too, with her strong abilities. So, let's see all about her. As a juggernaut, she is tanky but cannot be healed using a normal healing. And
okay, what does that mean? Does that mean like Perfumer's global or something?
Note that Penance doesn't have any self-healing ability like Mudrock or Vulcan. Luckily, like most ops with this characteristic, you can heal her using regeneration healing, such as Perfumer and Angelina's talent.
Okay.
Bard supported Trey, or skills like from Me Shine. But truth to be told, Penance almost never need a healing because of her talent that we will talk soon. And then this is her general stats. Undoubtedly tanky and has good attack. In fact, she is the defender with the biggest HP in the game. But she has a very
4600 HP.
Expensive DP cost. Though whether
bro, I love her design. This artwork's gorgeous here. The way she's got the scales of justice and what the hell is a weapon, bro? Man, she looks so fucking good.
This is a problem or not depends on the stage and your DP printer. Now moving to her talents. Her first talent and her most important ability. With this she can get 50% barrier equal to her max HP upon deployment.
Okay.
And gain another 6% every time she killed an enemy.
Oh, okay.
Barrier is a new term for a shield that absorbs a certain amount of damage. And based on the operator's certain stats. For example, Gravel S2, Shining S2, and Aladale's shield
Hammer on
from
a chain.
episode 11. By
Or is
the
it just
way,
like a gavel
in
on
El
it? Is it a gavel on the
Siraki
chain?
The game will update its visual for barrier effect, giving you a clearer view of how many barrier the ops got left. Back to Penance. This talent is very important for her to function properly.
I really do like her
She
design.
can't be easily healed and doesn't have any self-healing ability. So you'll have to make sure she got enough barrier to survive the stages. She kinda needs a steady flow of enemies that she can kill to maintain her barrier.
Okay.
But if you use her S3 she can obtain it without defeating an enemy first.
Interesting.
Having Penance at max level and max barrier translates to roughly
Barrier.
18k HP. A massive
Holy
amount
shit.
that can make her withstand almost any hit. Now for her second talent.
18k.
This will make Penance reflect the enemy's attack with arts damage to anyone that attacked her barrier. It doesn't really give much when she's off skill. Although most normal mobs with low HP and defense will most likely be dead. And if she got an attack boost like from other ops or her skill 3, the damage she reflected can be significantly bigger. For example with her S3.
Damn, bro,
this
that
talent
reflects
will
kind of fucking sick.
inflict 2000-ish arts damage.
Wait, so is she able to do that on like invisible enemies then? So like they can attack her from being invisible and that just reflects back?
And this is her potential upgrade list.
Shit, that's
It's
kind of
a
good.
decent one,
Fuck.
but not as significant.
Fuck. Oh, man. Every time I look at one, man, I'm like, oh, shit. I think I want this one. Fuck.
As Texas Alter, if I may say. She's pretty much fine without extra pot. And currently, Juggernaut doesn't have module. Now moving to her skills. Her first skill, an auto activation skill, and thankfully it's a per second recovery.
Okay, let me have a look at this
deals
a second.
one-
Alright, skill 1. Next attack deals an additional instance of 200% attacker's arts damage charged effect. The next attack deals 200% damage and stuns the target for 5 seconds.
An additional hit equal to 200% of her
Oh,
attacker's
yeah, I can
arts
see that,
damage.
the gavel.
It can be charged and the effect will multiply her physical damage. And stuns the target for a few seconds. It's a good early skill that deals both.
Who do I like so far? Bro, fuck. I really like Degen. Degen's really cool. I really like Ascalon. Ines looks good, right? But and he didn't even think of like, oh, I think she's too advanced for me now. personally, with my playstyle I feel like a lot of the content, I don't know if I'll get the most out of her. You know what I mean? I feel like she'll be really useful for certain content, but I feel at the minute I don't know so much. Like, so at the minute I'm leaning towards Ascalon, and I'm definitely leaning towards Degen. Like, I'm really liking the look of Degen. A lot, like, you know, and she comes in with a waifu meta as well. You know what I'm saying?
With constant physical and arts
It is pretty
damage,
easy to use, not gonna lie.
but
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm saying.
probably will
I don't
rarely
think she
use
looks
this.
like she's difficult.
This
Like,
skill barely
I'm joking around
interacts
when I'm
with her
saying that
talent.
stuff, but like, I just feel
And
like
compared
I
to
don't know
her
if I'll
other
necessarily
skills, this one
get the
doesn't make
most out of
obtaining
her.
barrier any easier. And her other skills
You
can
bring on
provide
Ines
bigger
on every
damage
stage,
and
actually,
also
yeah.
other
Okay.
useful utility, with a relatively cheap SP cost. Now for the second skill. She'll stop
looks
attacking
cool.
enemies directly, gain sanctuary or shelter effect. That reduces physical and arts damage she takes.
Man, I love that piece of music. Every time that piece of music comes on, I'm like, oh my god, it sounds gorgeous.
By 60%. Deal 140% AoE arts damage every second, and the barrier she gets from talent 1 will be increased. The skill focuses to boost her defensive capability, either for tanking or stacking up barrier for an incoming threat. It also offers good AoE arts damage to clear out waves of enemies. It's a good defensive and AoE attack skill with an acceptable skill cycle. But in most situations it pales in comparison to her next skill. That also increases her defensive capability by giving a big amount of barrier immediately, and also offers the ability to handle waves of enemies. Last but not least, her third skill.
Still
a
chilling
defensive
Dorothy until you watch a
skill.
video. We'll have a look.
Immediately gain 130% barrier.
Is Dorothy on the list?
Her attack interval increases slightly. Increase her attack massively,
bro.
and increase her aggro level. Simple but very effective skill. My favorite part of this skill is how it gives Penance an instant barrier. So if she doesn't kill enough enemies or going to face a tough foe.
At the moment, I feel like you benefit most of some good ranged ops or sure way to tank enemies with deleting abilities. I don't know. I feel like for me at the minute, I need some ground pound units. Like, I feel like Degen and Ascalon would be really useful for that, because don't get me wrong, I'm not a cracked squad, but like, you know, I've got like Lapiulta, I've got some alright range units. Like, I never really seem to struggle on that, but when I have a stage where I've got to deal with some problematic ground units, I tend to struggle. You know what I mean? Like, I tend to struggle. Like, I think this was a good example where, like, I feel like a good unit like that could have really helped out. Like, obviously, I think mounting probably would have been really good on this, actually, to be fair. Yeah, man, this stage, the very first time I played this stage, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
This instant barrier is definitely useful. It also gives a crazy amount of attack boost. Makes her attack hit like a truck. And this skill is also the only one that works well with her second talent. Now enemies will receive bigger arts damage if they dare to attack her, and turning her into an awesome bait unit. The only downside of this skill is that this is a defensive recovery. So penance need to be attacked 20 times before this skill is active. Could be a problem depending on your situation. Though generally it's nothing to be worried about. Especially if you have an SP support operator. Also, Bleemy Shine talent can make her gain 1 SP every time she attack.
Bruh.
But among all, stainless S2 devices work best with this. Overall.
What the fuck?
This a top tier skill that makes her a top tier lane holder. For skill mastery priority, skill 3 should be prioritized. Not only it tied her kit perfectly, the mastery gain is good, from increasing her attack further, and reducing the SP cost. For her base skills, skill 1 increases HR contacting speed by plus 50% but increases moral consumed. If I'm not mistaken, this HR contact speed is the biggest one we have so far. And skill 2 will make her boost moral recovery of other operators when she is in the dorm. So, will Penance become a good...
Ascalon's a good choice, but Ethan could replace her on early stages easily, you reckon? Alright, what am I looking at here? Dorothy, yeah? We're looking at Dorothy. You want me to check out Dorothy? Is Dorothy on the list?
Should you get and build Dorothy? Short answer, probably.
Yes. Oh. It's not a yes. It's not a yes.
Long answer.
Have I seen
this
Ray?
entire video.
はじめまして、ドロシーよ。ええ、ライン生命アーツ応用課の主任を務め。ロドスの人たちにはもうサイレンスさんが紹介してくれちゃったの？それならかしこまらずに名前で呼んでちゃう。
Dorothy's fun to use. VAs always do a good job, don't they?
Dorothy Franks is a 6-star trap master specialist from Colombia. A cheerful and kind young woman who was born to an immigrant family from Sargon. Her father was a doctor and her mother was an explorer. And Dorothy herself is a very talented and smart person ever since she was young. Both of her parents are happy and proud of her. And
I'm not
because
too
of
sure,
this,
actually.
they work very hard to ensure Dorothy can go to the best university. But alas, this happiness didn't last forever. Dorothy's mother was killed in a natural disaster. Losing her dear mother, she fell into insurmountable that can deploy a trap or a mine.
Alright, can use traps to assist in combat, but traps cannot be placed on tiles already occupied by an enemy. Okay, alright.
That can be deployed to any unoccupied ground tiles. The trap has 3 DP cost and 5 seconds interval before you can deploy another trap. Some important things that you should note about Dorothy, or Trap Master in general. You will almost
I know, yeah, bro came in with the fucking spoilers. He's like, yo, you want to build this unit? Here, first, let me spoil the story. Cheers, bro. Cheers, bro.
Deploy a new trap when it's available. That means Dorothy requires more inactive play. And also requires careful planning. Especially when you are using her skill 3 that we will talk about soon. But yes, you can just spam and deploy her traps anywhere you like. And keep in mind when fighting.
So she's the fucking Claymore deployer, yeah?
Fighting in cramped stages with little to no ground tiles. Dorothy's usefulness will certainly go downhill. And also, since you can't put any traps on a tile that is occupied by enemies, you don't want enemies to immediately be blocked by the allied unit. Although there are a couple of ways to clear the tile and make it unoccupied. Like using a pusher, hook master, or levitation effect. But it's not exactly
What, to
something
push and pull them off the tile
to
to drop it down, like?
Okay, now let's see her stats. She has the best stats among other Trap Master. And her attack and DPS are surprisingly better than Exia. But of course this is just from the basic stats. Dorothy
She's the brain
has a
poetess.
decent attack to attack enemies, and inflict more damage with her traps. And it also can be further increased with her second talent. She got a cheap DP cost, which is nice, considering you will most likely deploy her trap immediately after she is deployed. Now let's see her talents. This first talent determines how many traps the operator can deploy and store.
Okay.
And in Dorothy's case, she will also immediately deploy 2 traps upon deployment, which is quite useful for immediate.
Is that always in the same spot, or is that random? You didn't manually put that down, that just automatically deployed you.
And in Dorothy's case, she will also immediately deploy 2
I'm
traps
guessing that's
upon
random, right?
deployment.
I'm assuming
which
anyway.
is quite useful for immediately intercepting
definitely.
enemies. But the placement is random and can end up being useless.
He answered the question. Should have let him cook. Should have let him cook.
Talent, each time her trap is triggered, she will gain an attack bonus up until 12 layers. You can tell when her second talent is at full stack. When the yellow aura around her gets more intense, and she changes her pose. It's relatively easy to full stack it as you will use her traps very often. And with this at full stack plus her at max levels, she can have 800 plus attack stat. Which is good, especially since her skills have a big attack modifier. And then this is her potential upgrade list. Like most operators, I think she's fine without one. But of course all of these are useful.
I'm sure I heard somebody say there's like 1 or 2 units that like actually do have quite a bit better copies than other units in the game. Which ones are those, chat? Bagpipe, that's it. Yeah, I remember somebody. Yeah, definitely. I heard bagpipe was mentioned. Yeah, bagpipe and all that. Right. Okay. All right. What's the deal with bagpipe then? Texas Shadow and bagpipe. Was it? Is it like? Is it a big jumping redeploy or is it plus SP for 2 SP for all vanguards? Right. Okay. SP star bigger. Bagpipe and many limited. Okay. Turbo charges vanguard's initial skill. All right.
You can make her DP cost cheaper, increasing how many traps she can have at the same time, and overall increasing her attack. And currently, Trap Master doesn't have module. Alright, moving to her skills. All of Dorothy's skill will make her trap deal different effects to the enemies. While the active effect will just give her another trap.
So what's this then? The passive deals 450% physical damage to the target, inflicts minus 35% defense for 5 seconds. Okay, so we're doing damage and a defense debuff. Immediately gain 1 resonator.
See her first skill. It will deal a big amount of physical damage. And also weakens the enemy's defense for some time.
Is that actual trap?
Among her other skills, this one gives the biggest attack modifier, but not exactly the best damage dealer. And also, the debuff that this skill offers is somewhat underwhelming. Mainly because Dorothy's defense debuff can be very inconsistent, as you'll need that certain enemy to
I remember this stage taking me a couple of times to clear as well. Not gonna lie.
Is quite weak when compared to other defense debuffer. Overall, not a very good skill. And it's better to use a trap that can stall the enemies and let others do the debuffing job, while Dorothy stick to stalling enemies.
That's actually kind of sick
though. Now let's see her second skill. This one deals less damage among her other skills, but it can hit multiple enemies and also gives bind effect. The bind duration is a long one, as you can bind an enemy up until 6 seconds. And you will most certainly can deploy another trap to bind that enemy again in the next tile. But the bind duration is shorter when it hits multiple enemies.
Okay.
This is an awesome skill to keep the enemy from moving too much.
Damn, okay. She seems kind of cool, man.
I find it extremely useful when you need to keep away an enemy. That is best
Bagpipe
to keep
use is
away
extremely
from
overrated for anything that's not extremely hard content.
As they can deal a heavy blow to
Max
your
10 to 10, 8 to 10 if I remember right.
And it's less complicated,
quite a few
less
though,
likely
right?
to go wrong, and like her skill 3. It's also great skill to partner with other staller unit. And there exists a wacky but perhaps effective combo with Ines 1. Last but not least, her skill 3. This one deals arts damage with a big attack modifier.
Oh shit.
And this trap is also unique. It has an extended attack range that can hit all enemies within and trigger other traps that are in range with 2 seconds delay. And her traps will slow all enemies up to 5 seconds. With the nature of this trap, you can use them to create a chain reaction to deal more damage to the enemies and extending the slow duration.
That's sick.
Since there's a delay to activate another trap. In general,
Ethan does a better job of controlling the enemy, and he's a 4-star.
That can give good arts damage.
You don't need ground tiles, I guess. Yeah, I suppose, because you're using up
proper planning, but can be punishing
unit places, aren't you, really, for that?
As the chain reaction might end up wasting your traps. For skill mastery priority, SP recovery and cheaper SP cost are important for Dorothy. If you keep spamming traps, you might end up running out of traps and need to wait longer until her new trap is ready. So thank God each of the mastery level will decrease her SP cost. The best skill to mastery is, I think, her skill 3, as it is her main source of damage, and the slow effect is also useful. Overall, the mastery gain is quite massive.
She does seem interesting though. She does seem interesting. I still think at the minute I'm leaning towards Degen and Ascalon. I still don't know who to go for out of those two, but I'm kind of leaning towards those two. Should we have a look at Reed Alter actually? Because I've only just seen the nuke. I don't know the kit. You know what I mean? I don't know the kit. So, let's have a proper look, because we didn't really properly watch this video the other day when we saw it. Some people want you to check. Okay, all right, I'll check that out in a second then as well. Okay, all right, I've got it up. Let's watch the read alter first then. So like I say, I've only really seen the nuke. Yeah, we'll watch the Jessica one as well. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I won't probably watching it though. I was too locked in on the nuke and waffling that I wasn't really listening. To be fair, kind of curious about the specifics about the kit. Like, obviously, I know we got the nuke and the healing off the nuke. Yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the rerun of What the Firelight casts, read alter solo banner also having a rerun with a slight modification to the rate up 5-star. If you still don't have her, here's some reasons why you need her. We all know that Reed the Flame Shadow is a medic, but Reed is interestingly considered one of the best caster in the game. And
is she what is he? A harmonist? Is that what they're called? To be fair, certain Mountain Thorns lap, you should be fine with whatever fun up you choose. Defender AoE or boss killer will be bigger than the. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's still between Degen and Ascalon. I think I'm maybe leaning a bit more towards Ascalon. Like, Degen's fucking sick, and art wise, waifu wise, I'm so here for it. But I don't know, man. There's something about that slow CC, the slow AoE dot. Like, it's nice, but then again. You know, then again, no, Degen's kind of fucking sick, man. All right, the trait, attacks deal arts damage and heal the HP of an ally within the range for 50% of the damage dealt. Right, okay. Okay.
And is because of her incantation medic archetype. It allows her to attack the enemies with arts and convert some of the damage to heal. However, due to how strong her arts damage, she is more of a caster that can heal. And her talents are neatly tailored to make her works even better as a medic.
So this, when dealing damage, 30% chance to inflict Cinder. Cinder attack, minus 22% plus 2, 32% plus 2. Arts, fragility does not stack. Lasts 6 seconds.
Caster hybrid. Like how Talent 1 has a chance to...
Ascalon is way sadly too specific of a kind you have to tailor your playstyle to. You reckon?
Mark the enemies, which will then weaken their attack, and also makes them more vulnerable to arts damage. Which means more damage from Reed, and bigger healing. And Talent 2 makes it when Reed heals, she also receives about 50% of the healing for herself.
So when healing an ally, Reed Flame Shadow heals herself for 55% of the amount healed.
Allowing her to sustain herself and allies when they are both being attacked. Overall, being a hybrid unit like this, makes Reed Alter a very great choice to be used in some stages where your operator option is being limited. Particularly, she is the top choice medic in IS mode. But don't take my word for it, just take a look at this official data for IS4. And she should still be a great option in the next IS5. But Reed is not only famous for being a hybrid, but also because of her skills. While skill 1 is pretty much not worth mentioning.
Get Gummy! Hey, you know what? I've actually got Gummy. Let's go. Let's go.
Some fireballs around 2 units. Dealing a pretty high odds DPS to enemies who dares to get near those operators. Oftentimes this skill is perfect to deal with boss.
Okay, hold on a second. Prioritizing grazed operators gives 2 allies 3 fireballs with the following effect. Every 1.5 seconds deals 240% of Reed the Flame Shadow's attacker's arts damage to an enemy, triggering her trait, but only on that ally.
By sandwiching the boss between 2 operators with these fireballs.
The Ethan Shilly's here.
You can of course use anyone to do this. But someone who also deals arts damage is a recommended choice.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna lie though, man.
Talent 1.
Gummy was a game changer on, what was he? What stage was it? 6-5? Gummy was a massive part of us clearing that stage last time, right? You know? She was a big factor in it.
That will surely trigger with this skill. The healing per second from the fireballs should also ensure the operators to stay alive when facing dangerous foe. And what makes it even better, thanks to its low cost, you can use this quite often.
Pick Saria and Dump Gummy.
Least, her skill 3. It will give Reed some attack boost, hit to enemies.
Saria does
and
look sick
talent
though.
1 effect is guaranteed.
Okay, let's have a look. Attacks hit 2 enemies, attack plus 60%, talent 1 activation chance increases to 100%. Enemies with the Cinder effect take 60% of Reed's Flame the Shadow's attacker's arts damage per second, and when defeated, deal 140% of attacker's arts damage and inflict Cinder to nearby enemies. That sounds kind of
Cinder
cool.
from talent 1 now also deals damage, and lasts until the skill ends.
Send a quiet one with drink water. Was what
sure
did you do?
You already
Whatsy?
know how great this skill is at destroying crowds. And perhaps your potato phone too.
Drink.
Because there's someone.
My alerts are fucked up at the minute, dude. You check Reed's summer outfits. Super, we see you lurking. Dude's here for the gummy propaganda, yeah. You know what though? I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, man,
One with Cinder is defeated.
That stage clear.
They will
Gummy was a
spontaneously
big factor.
combust and spread the Cinder. And not only is it a great damage skill, but the healing from this is also great. And unlike her skill 2, this one allows her to counter aerial units. Overall, gameplay-wise Reed Alter is a solid yes to get and build. Her being a medic and caster hybrid, as well as her abilities, ought to be very useful in many situations. Although when talking about drawbacks, Reed's biggest drawback mostly came from her archetype. Since she can only heal when she attacks someone, she's not a 100% dependable healer. And not only that, facing someone with higher resistance or damage reduction might significantly drop her damage and at the same time healing effectiveness. So 2 healers rule of thumb still pretty much applies. Outside of
look at outfits for the tiebreaker. Yeah, I do want to have a look at outfits for
her character in Arknights story.
Degen as well.
She's not exactly a very influential character for
still at the minute, it's still between Ascalon and Ascalon and Degen for me at the minute.
She has
you
one
know,
of the most interesting stories
I'm still leaning into them two the most.
Love her struggle with her inner conflict.
Like yeah, this don't matter. It's the story, right? We already got fucking spoiled right at the start on the other one, right? You fucking hit us with a oh yeah, your mom's dead move right off the bat. Bruh, come on, man. Somebody wanted me to look at old Penis as well, yeah. Alright, let's have a look.
Them is equal to their block.
Have I started watching this video before or something then? Must have done? Alright, let's have a look.
Alright, Alpin is our second 6-star Crusher guard after Hodera. A top tier guard that can do plenty of things.
Easy in the Selector. People wanted me to have a look anyway, yeah.
Crusher has a very big HP and attack, and they attack multiple enemies equal to their block count. But there's a big problem. They have absolutely zero defense and resistance stats. So every damage they take is pretty much true damage, which makes them quite vulnerable. Even
yeah,
when
I don't think so,
facing a
Super. I don't think so.
So partnering them with a healer is pretty much a must. But this
No,
stats
look,
also
chat's
makes
gonna
them
bully
a
me.
pretty good counter against arts damage, or straight up against true damage. And is also a great counter to enemies who can reduce defense like Cliff. Can't reduce someone's defense if they don't have one.
Well, Pappy's the best and he's the selector of my heart.
To begin with.
You play Love and Deepspace, yeah, Laura? Right?
Alpin is also interestingly the only Crusher with a survival tag. While he does have some self-healing abilities that we will talk very soon. But pretty much the best way to ensure his survivability is to partner him with his fellow abyssal
It's almost
hunters,
at the minute, man. It's like it genuinely is like a coin toss, a coin toss, not a coin toss, a coin toss
really
between Ascalon and
multiple buffs like
Degen.
attack, SP recovery boost, and HP from Scuddy and Spectral. But the most impactful buff he gets is no doubt from Gladiator, who can provide him damage reduction and regen healing. Having Gladiator with her X module at least at level 2 on the field is truly a game changer for Alpinus. so make sure to partner him with her whenever possible.
The better units for damage and degen, but there are no better zero block units in Ascalon.
Gladiator is a free 6-star from under Titan.
I'll be honest, like degen, right? I like her kit. She looks cool, right? That was a skill 3, the fucking anime slash sick. And as well, like I've got to say, right? Her artwork's gorgeous. Dummy mommy, I like it, right? I like her uniform. She just looks fucking sick. Like, she really does. But, like, Ascalon, man, I don't know. Like, I think as an overall enjoyer of, like, what their kit brings to it, I think I am still with, Ascalon in that regards. You know what I mean?
Intermezzo. And should be easy to locate and borrow in the support operator menu.
Pick degen, check his skin out.
Moving on, let's see his stats. Much like what I said earlier,
I don't think there are better units for burst physical damage than Degenbrecher right now.
Resistance are non-existent.
You bought the skin before you even owned her. Damn, man. Living on the edge?
His attack is also pretty slow.
Living on the edge?
But it's pretty much in the acceptable parameters. And lastly, he got an average DP cost, which usually won't be a problem to deploy him early into the stage.
Yeah, I think that zero block,
Next
man, is kind of useful.
Let's see his talents.
And that insane, what is it, like 60% slow as well?
Whenever he's attacked, and the amount is bigger if his HP falls
below 50%. Skill 2 as well, which is another bonus, you know?
This talent is nice to have,
a little bit less investment.
Potent when using his skill 2 that multiplies this talent effect. Using him in stages that is DOT heavy, or have lots of enemies that deal weak damage, but have fast attack. And don't forget, toxic work environment. As for his talent 2, it gives him the ability to further increase his stats for each enemy he killed, which caps at a certain limit. At max it should give him a pretty significant stat boost. And considering his big damage, not to mention if you deploy him early to handle trash mob, it should be an easy talent to maximize. Furthermore, other hunters also get 50% of these buffs.
Getting healed by the red throwers is hilarious. Degen seems like an obvious choice, but she's getting a rerun. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking as well. Like the rerun.
As long as Alpine is still on the field.
There's just something about hey, listen, I might try and implement her into my fucking team and be fucking shit right with that and not really make it work. But I feel like I can, man. I feel like
that will reduce his cost.
I feel like she'll be really. We got Mountain as well now in there. You know?
Increases the maximum stack of buffs he can receive. All in all, a good upgrade. But he is already great even without duplicates.
Should have a look at the upcoming banners for planning.
Now let's
that might be a good idea, actually. That might be a good idea, man. I really should, shouldn't I?
Module should be available during
I'll try to get an estimate when Degen will rerun. Give me a moment. Nice one, dude. I appreciate that. You're a legend.
Currently, all Crusher only have X.
Want to give both of us been using assistance?
This module will increase the healing amount they receive by 20%.
We'll just do it.
And in Alpina's case,
you guys are probably right,
this module by default will increase his talent 1 healing. Other than that, this module will increase his HP and attack. As for the upgrade, it will enhance his first talent, giving more healing on each level.
Okay, alright. Considering he's on there, we've seen enough, we've seen enough. You are right though, we probably should do that. But you know, I'm a fucking idiot, right? So let me have a look in upcoming banners. Nice one. Alright, let's have a look at these then. Let's have a look at these just get an idea of what's coming up then, and then we can maybe fill some stuff out, yeah?
Upcoming banners for
Alright, let's go.
Global. I'll also try to give a really quick overview on the new 6-star.
Alright, so he's from Spose, yeah? Spose, is that how you say? Guys, check him out, man. Let's have a look then. Upcoming banners. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We'll have a look at Mlynar next as well, yeah.
But should be within 2
Advocate for Mlynar.
The ones I have listed.
Okay, so this is prior to this, yeah.
Is a 6-star standard.
I'm not gonna lie, I really did want to get her. I really did, but with the Lappy event coming in, I had to. We threw that 10-star. We got scammed, and then we moved on to the Lapiel. Well, man, I really like her.
Sharing a class with Surtur and Viviana, and is expected to release around April 18th, 2025.
During the Viviana nation.
Siege Altar's first attack frightens enemies.
Yeah, we're going to watch
making them
Jessica as well.
unable to
Yeah,
attack
yeah,
for
yeah.
5 seconds, and her skill 1 and 3 also allow her to deal true damage to enemies.
Check out the Ascalon and Degen review.
The banner also features the new 5-star ritualist support, Bobbing.
Celtic Reader Ultra has the best utility. Also makes sense to get her since we just left the Summer Annie behind, so Pixel can get an Azur Ultra after it returns. Not enough dedication to Victoria, no. Stand with the Mlynar gang, no surprises here. I'm not gonna lie, Reed's not off the table, man. Reed is not off the table because, like, you know, it's just like a crack unit, yeah. I don't know, man. There's just this thing in my gut that's just like Ascalon. And then the availability with the gold certs and stuff, I'm like, I really should go for ones that are maybe not coming up like that, you know what I mean?
With welfare 5.
With his banner should stay, just say foul 50-50 and hard pity. What have you lost a 50-50? Who's you pulling for?
Lapland the Decadenza, or Lapland Altar, is a 6-star limited mech accord caster, sharing a class with Golden Glow.
The best wife, chat. Sorry.
2025.
I'm sorry, the best wife.
Lapland Altar uses drones to attack enemies with their skills buffing damage.
Let your heart speak up, Pixel.
Her S3 inflicts fear onto enemies for 2 seconds, making them run around uncontrollably.
Thank you.
Essentially acting like a stun. Vulpes Folia is the standard 6-star alongside Lapland Altar and is a pirate like Siege, Saga, and Texas. Just by existing on the field, she increases natural DP generation by 10% and can deal arts damage to enemies. Her S3 allows her to gain camouflage after the skill ends until the next skill is activated if she defeats an enemy.
Purpose on, even though I didn't want it, I wanted the guarantee. Oh, okay.
Also note that the welfare 6-star operator Crossslayer, an executor specialist, is introduced.
Are you trying to get the guarantee on?
Alongside a Gacha 5-star merchant specialist.
Are you going for Chiacona or are you going for You going for Cartier?
Join Operation 17 is a special standard banner featuring Ascalon, Dorothy.
I'm just worried you're not going to get Degen on banner because I don't think you'll have enough to guarantee. That's true. I said that, like, you know, it's like get an out or risk. It's like, you know, obviously there's still the potential there, right? You know, there's still the potential there. Looks like Degen might run late June, early July. Wait, hold up. Let me pull back. I'm seeing Ascalon on screen.
Join Operation 17 is a special standard banner featuring
this banner
Ascalon,
is changed.
Dorothy, Mlynar, and Poziemka.
What do you mean it's changed? This banner's gone. Oh, did this already pass it? Standard rotate. Oh, okay. Right, okay. Alright, okay.
Each taking up 25% of the odds when you hit a 6-star. The 5-stars are also limited to a small pool.
Damn, I was like, shit, bro. Can I?
To release around May 26th, 2025.
This is Ascalon and Mlynar with openness and exec altar. Okay. Is this the Thorns
Altar? Thorns Altar is a 6-star standard alchemist specialist, a new class introduced recently in IS5.
Yeah, I'll have a look, Laura, actually.
And is expected to release around June 1st.
Oh, it's the same class as Timon.
I'll go over the class a bit since it's new, but basically, alchemists have a short but wide range in which they can deploy alchemical units. Thorns Altar's S3 allows this range to expand while making him throw alchemical units towards the 4 operators in range with the lowest block, dealing arts damage and inflicting debuffs to nearby enemies.
That sounds
also
cool.
Introduced are Gacha 5-star Techno and Welfare 5-star Rose Salt.
That sounds kind of cool, actually. Oh, you're pulling for Jinsei. Okay. Yeah,
June 15th,
you can't go wrong with Jinsei, man.
And
Can't go wrong with
the same
Jinsei.
odds as her initial banner, with her taking up 50% of the 6-star.
Expected time June 15th. Do I risk it and just try and go for her? Then? I feel like I'll risk it, chat. Famous last words, yeah. Famous last words.
She's still one of the strongest 6-stars in the game. You is a
might be costly to pull for a
Primal Protector Defender, a new class which is similar to Arch
it's
Defenders,
Gacha in it, man.
with Primal Protectors being able to inflict elemental damage. This banner is expected to release around July 20th, 2025.
Worst thing happens, we waste all our currency, we're fucked, right? You know what, though? Like I say, I don't even mind potentially maybe even just throwing a bit of cash at this game. Not a stupid amount, right? I've only spent like 60 quid on the game so far, but the two things I've spent so far, I'm happy with what I've spent, you know what I mean?
You is the 6th Sway sibling in Arknights, marking the halfway point of our road to a full Sway squad. Use
just win, right? Skill issue, you know what I mean? Skill issue.
Your operators to deal burn damage when shooting through it, like Torchwood from Plants vs. Zombies. The firewall also negates 20% of enemy projectiles at M3. Alongside you is a new standard 6-star.
Take it from me, dude. I'll live in regrets.
Blaze the Igniting Spark or Blaze Altar.
Just pull better.
Sharing a class with Nymph. Blaze Altar's skills allow her to deal elemental damage, and she also has an interesting revive effect when defeated.
Okay, it looks kind of cool. You want Yui has insane synergy with Lappy Altar.
Surfer, alongside Welfare 5-star Xingju, an Abjurer supporter. Joint Operation 18 is again a special standard banner with Ines, Kaltzit, Silik, and Zuola each taking up 25% of the 6-star rate. The fixed 5 stars are shown on screen, and the banner is expected to release around September 3rd, 2025.
Oh yeah, okay. That's cool then.
Entelekia is a standard 6-star Reaper Guard.
Jesus Christ, bro. The thighs, man. Oh my days, dude.
Sharing a class with characters like Executor Altar and La Pluma. This banner is expected to be released around September 12th.
Yo, Stan, thanks for the sub.
Entelekia's attacks steal HP from targets and deal arch damage over time thanks to her talent, with her S3 increasing her range, attack, and attack speed. This skill also spawns heart candles on enemies, which essentially allow her to attack enemies twice, since attacking the candles make the enemies lose the same amount of health.
The thighs and the hips, bro. Woof. Strangle me. You know what I mean?
This banner also introduces 5-star character Noelle, a therapist medic.
Nothing special. What?
Nakras is a standard 6-star Shaper caster, a new class which is essentially the same as core casters except that they have the added ability to create summons when they kill an enemy. This banner is expected to be released around October 2nd, 2025.
Okay, we're going a little bit further out now, yeah?
With her name supposedly meaning Necrograss, she spawns Servants of Lament upon kill, with all her...
Oh, she's literally a necromancer. What did you say? I skipped Jinxie's first banner, lost as the banner ending, and the second time, now I have a chance to get her in the anti-banner. I'm not losing her again. Yeah, fair play, fair play, fair play.
Her skills either being able to summon more servants
all over,
or
you know, still my favorite character in the game.
The banner also introduces the new 5-star character Wolfenite, a Trap Master specialist.
Yeah, she looks really cool actually, she does.
Finally, we have Orienteering number 2, similar to the banner that's currently live on Global. You can pick 3 of the 6 stars between Flametail, Hoderer, Logos, Stainless, Ulpianus, and Vina Victoria, and the chosen 3 will each take up 1/3 of the 6 stars you pull. You can also pick 3 of these 5 stars, which will each take up 20% of the 5 stars you pull. This banner is expected to release around October 15th, 2025. And that's the end. Of course, you should pull for whoever you like the most, they're all great characters, but if I had to quickly give a top 3 just purely meta-wise, I would say Lapland Altar, Degenbrecher, and you, with the order being fairly debatable. Though with Witcherdell still monopolizing the game in terms of range damage, I think you
Degen in there, yeah, Degen, however you say him.
On this list. On top of that,
check React for you Lappy Synergy team. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Buffs all your
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See. Okay.
イカれた連中が目の濁った奴らを先導してるみたいだね。どうりでいつまで経っても疲れそう。
Or do you just whack them down in front? shit. Oh, so it cuts right across? Damn. How does that, how long does that last for? I suppose with Lappy's attack there, he just keeps getting reapplied, yeah, does he? I'm guessing then that with that attack, it just keeps getting fucking reapplied, yeah? Just use both equals win stage. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Yeah, like, but obviously we like with that skill, like if it keep, you know, attacks keep hitting, does it just keep reapplying the burn damage over and over and over again, like kind of thing? Can't you do this with Virtuosa too? Because obviously, like attacks like quite quick, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Yo, that's cracked. Oh shit! I've got to get this. When was he saying this unit was coming now? I fucking got to try and get this. This is kind of sick. I like this. This looks really fun. It's actually end of July. Ooh. Oh shit. And maybe we do get Degen out in the pack then, and maybe try and get my guy instead. You know what I mean? Please watch Nymph, mate. Is Nymph in the is Nymph in the Selector? Yeah, this looks fucking fun, man. You comes together with Blaze Ultra Unlimited banner. I recommend save up to 300 pulls to get you and Spark Sue sibling. Yeah, I'm sold on these. I'm fucking sold on this. Anything that pairs up with Lappy Altar, I'm here for it. I'm here for it because obviously you guys know the best wife. I really like the Lappy Altar as well. Fucking fun character to use, so... Yeah, this is sick. Check out Typhon. Yeah, okay. What is 300 pulls in the currency in the game? You and Lappy have also similar skill rotations due to their cooldowns. Like a match made in heaven, yeah. 150, 180k. Woo, I'm fucking miles off that then. Shit. Bro, boy. N equals 33 OP. The only pulls is 190 days in London. 324 pulls as well. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, like, we got lucky. We got Lappy, what, 60-ish pulls, something like that. So we got lucky there. Obviously, you know. That's relying on the Gambit Gods, right? Yeah, that looks really enjoyable, that does. I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that. That looks really cool. Yeah, I want to get that. I want to get that unit. Definitely going to try and get that unit. Oh, that's making me think we go Degen then. Because the idea was we get Ascalon, then get Degen. But if that's coming, it's like, all right, then we'll leave getting Degen then, because that seemed that I want to get that. That's more of a priority in regards to pulls. But yeah, I think maybe leaning towards that at the minute, man. Am I looking for Typhon? Yeah. Did you get build and yeah, okay.
Should you get and build Typhon?
Oh, let's have a look.
Short answer, yes.
Let's have a look.
Long answer. This entire video.
Degengang win. Am I a Abyss enjoyer? I don't know if I've got it. I don't think I've got any Abyssal units. Yes, I need to look at Jessica and Mlynar as well. Yeah, good call, good call. Is Dude about to hit me with some spoilers? All right, let's skip past that because Rosa about to hit me with some spoilers. Need the big sad cat too. Attacks the heaviest enemy first. Okay. I remember this stage was a bit of a problem for us as well.
First, it might sound bad for a sniper to target a bulky enemy, but thankfully they got a high attack stat, and their kit often packs a punch to deal a significant blow to the enemy, or at least something to hinder them. In Typhon's case, she has exactly that, and took it 2 steps further.
Oh, she's got kind of like a Totter sort of range as well, yeah. Okay.
With this heavier enemy priority plus her skills, you'll soon know why she's considered one of the best boss killer.
Okay, alright.
Meanwhile, for the drawback, this archetype hardly has any drawbacks.
Really, window for real, man, for real. Window shopping hard.
The missing front row could be a problem.
I'm getting. I was like, oh, this will be a fun little stream, man. We'll figure out what we're gonna get. I'll figure it out in about half hour. I'm here now. I still haven't figured it out yet, and now I've got major fucking FOMO as well.
Due to her
Thanks, chat.
Her attack speed is kinda slow. But with that attack stat in addition to her skills, there's nothing really needed to be complained about. She also got a medium cost, which usually not a problem with sufficient vanguard. But if you are using her skill too, you might want to deploy her as fast as possible. And her cost might prevent that. Okay, this is her talent. Talent 1 contributes a lot to making Typhon a powerful
Scamboy jam once again.
It gives her the ability to ignore some of enemy defense. And the defense signal will get bigger each time she attacks, capping at 50%, or 60% if with module. While it is not instant like Rosa, and it will be reset after she's not attacking for some time. But this talent doesn't discriminate, and works on all kinds of enemies. It's also easy for Typhon to maximize this talent.
Okay.
With her normal
Alright, so when continuously attacking, gradually ignore up to 50% of the enemy's defense. Every attack increases defense ignored by 10%. This effect is reset if Typhon stops attacking for 8 seconds.
Attack she would need to attack 5 times. But with her skills, this takes a lot shorter or even instant.
She does look really cool though.
If you worry so much about this talent gets a reset, might want to
stream is summer sales stream with no sales and everything we want.
To make sure she will always get that juicy defense ignore. As for talent 2, it might not look as flashy.
Okay then, when damaging an enemy for the first time during each skill activation, increases attack to 170% plus 10% and slows them for 3 seconds. Right, that sounds alright.
It's talent 1, but it adds a good damage multiplier, especially for her skill 3, and 3 seconds slow, for the first time she hit each enemy with her skills. Next, this is her potential upgrade list. Typhon is a great unit to invest, so you might want to get some extra potential. But overall,
I was gonna say, this actually looks like this has got semi in like the Arknights spectrum of copies. These actually seem pretty decent.
She's also fine without any. Then this is her module. As of now, she
better than some anyway.
Module, which will increase her.
So when attacking a heavy enemy, weight 3 or greater, attack increase to 115%. Okay.
Damage when she attacks someone with level 3 weight or higher. Also comes with extra HP and attack stats. And the upgrade
she definitely likes the big boys then, yeah?
1. It will make her able to ignore more of enemy defense.
How's the standard potential is? Yeah, it seemed like that was a little bit better than usual.
2 seconds longer before reset. This whole module will help Typhon increase her damage, especially to bosses who has heavier weight. So if you're in the mood of making your Typhon an overkill, you can unlock and fully upgrade this module. However, I think Typhon is already more than great even without module. So if you have others in your module list, might want to prioritize them first. Particularly if the module fixes their
she seems kind of good actually.
Like merchant and
every single one I've looked at, I've said this.
Alright then, let's talk skills. Her skill 1 is just a swift strike. It's not bad, but her other skills are just way better. The only time you're going to use this is probably if you are beyond broke and is stuck without any resource to promote her. Or maybe the sniper chip stage is conveniently closed at the same time of her release. Dear Hypergryph, please don't let it be a habit. Anyway.
Bro, I swear to God, every time I look at the character, I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to try and promote them. And then I look and I'm like, yeah, stage is locked. Fuck my life.
Better skip this and use her other skills. Now, skill 2 is definitely her best skill in general. Suitable to clear both thrash and some tough enemies.
Is that the Jessica's Altar's base skin, is it? Attack plus 50%, change attacks to fire 2 arrows, prioritizes different targets, and has a 40% chance to stun targets for 1 second. On the second activation, afterwards, the skill has an infinite duration.
Her biggest damage skill 3, or its tracking mechanism. This one will increase her attack, add a chance to stun the enemy, and allow her to fire 2 arrows, which means double damage to the target, and shorter time for her to maximize.
Damn, bro, she kind of claps, doesn't she?
2 targets are present. She will prioritize attacking both targets.
Prioritize.
But it resulted in each target only receiving 1 arrow, thus dealing less damage. The best part about this skill is that it has infinite duration. It works just like Thorn's S3, where you need the second activation for the permanent effect.
We're going to Chinese movie collab skin somewhere in the future, though. Oh, the Jessica Altar, yeah.
Make the first activation almost instant. It also adds a flexibility if you need her skill as soon as she lands. Last but not least, her skill 3.
Released in June.
Skilling skill. This will give her some ammo and she will mark.
She's really good, but sniper class has a lot of heavy hitters, so she gets a bit overshadowed.
Means she will mark bosses. Her attack deals damage 5
yeah, I feel at the minute I do need like a Degen, an Ascalon, you know, like a ground unit. It's gonna give me some
but oftentimes it's not an issue. Much like S2.
Some more potential on the ground tiles, like I say. Immediately marks a target within the range. Attack interval increases by 3.1 seconds and change attacks to fire a rain of arrows at the marked target. The arrow rain randomly targets enemies around the marked target, dealing 175% of attackers' physical damage 5 times and stuns them for 0.4 seconds.
Make sure there are no other enemies in her range, or in this case, inside the marked area. Because her attack in this skill is random, and might hit other enemies instead of your main target. The most unique part about this skill is that she will track the first enemy she targeted, wherever they go, whether moving to the other side of the map, magically teleported.
Sniper Clash shows a nightmare really went from Typhoon immediately into Ray, Wishadell and Lemon.
Find them. Make no mistake, God willing, they will not leave this stage alive. Once the first target is dead,
New Vegas
the mark
mentioned.
will just stay there, and Typhon can still attack enemies inside the marked area until she runs out of ammo or she is retreated.
I know he's on again.
Okay, for her skill mastery priority, both skill 2 and 3 should be considered.
Okay, all right, yeah, she looks cool. She looks cool. Still think at the minute it's Degen and Ascalon. It's definitely Degen and Ascalon at the minute still. We want to look at Jessica Altar, right? We've got her around here somewhere. Okay, we got the Jessica Altar. Who was the other one we wanted to look at? Jessica and somebody else, yeah. And then I think we're gonna go in. We're gonna go in because it's 5-4. So we farmed this enough. Mlynar, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Bro's locked in. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been locked in. Since I saw them straight away. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I was locked in on Ascalon originally, but Degen's kind of pulling me over, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Altar. Short answer, probably yes. Long answer, this entire video.
I think you prefer Degen. Either should we find out what you want? Yeah, we'll have a look.
It's been a while since we last met, Doctor. I'm glad there's still something I can do for you. That's right. I have changed a lot. If you could find the time, I'd love to sit down with you and catch up.
Well, the thing was, we thought that, right, Degen's getting a rerun, but there's also units coming after Degen that I want even more. So I'm like, I was like, you know what, we're going Ascalon and then we'll just try and pull for Degen. But then there's another unit coming right after, which I'm like, I really want. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, you know? Let's get past the story.
Jessica, the Liberated, is our newest.
As soon as I saw that Lappy combo, I was just like, damn.
This archetype might sound unfamiliar.
Simply pull both with 2 pulls. True.
and Blitz is a
True.
operator that
Block 3 enemies and attacks from long range.
This archetype
Step
is
up the skill. The skill, right? You know?
With an occasional
to me, utility, damage to Ascalon has more value for me. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm really here for Ascalon. Like I say, I haven't decided just yet. I haven't decided. Like, I was just going to go Ascalon and then Degen because of it being in the banner. But now I'm like, oh, because I'm not going to be pulling on it. It's like, okay, it's back to like, kind of like, it's a 50-50 at the minute still.
They 50-50. Like an instructor. Should be useful for plenty of situations.
I really do like Ascalon.
Or maybe put them behind another unit. Or in Jessica's case, behind her unique shield. And this archetype is also the only...
Yeah, exactly, Laura. I think that's why I'm probably not going to go for Ines. Like, she looks really good, yeah. Like, really good. But I just don't think she interests me, you know? She just doesn't seem to interest me as a unit, personally.
Aerial units in their normal state. And being a 6-star, Jessica is also very flexible.
One positive for Ascalon as well. She's taking a little bit less investment, right?
Moving on. This is her stats.
Okay.
I don't consider 23 cost to be expensive, but could be a problem if you plan to use her in some challenge stages, notably in episode 12. She also got a tanky stats with 700 plus defense and more than 3k HP at full level. Or in Colombian unit, that means she could survive Londinium cannon at level E2.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm not getting too twisted up, but this isn't like a fucking world-ending thing for me, but I just kind of wanted to get a little bit of idea. I wanted to involve chat as well, you know, for the content as well. Not recommending going for reruns unless there isn't a new character you want. Can just wait for them to be in the shop and buy them or use a selector. Yeah, like I say, after seeing that U combination with Lappy now, that's it. That's done. That's a done deal. I want to try and make that happen. You know what I mean? That's just a done deal for me now.
Higher than 6-star Guardian or Protector. But compared to other defenders,
that's what I'm thinking as well. Just Latch, the fact that she's taking a little bit less vertical investment is a massive thing for Ascalon. You know what I mean? Because I'm still incredibly stubborn and I haven't E2'd any units yet. And I know we're going to have to do that soon. But I'm still really stubborn on doing that. You know what I mean? Can deploy a mobile personal shield that lasts for 50 seconds. The shield can only be placed in the 4 adjacent tiles to Jessica. Liberated after the shield is deployed, Jessica will immediately turns towards, and she and the allied unit behind her gains defense plus 18%. Okay, all right, interesting.
Will allow her to deploy a shield on her 4 surrounding tiles to act as a blocker or bait. This is the stats of that shield, and there's no limit on how many times.
Did he say blocker?
You can deploy it. It is very useful when there's an enemy wave and Jessica can't block all of the enemy alone.
You get a 5-star insta E2 so you can start getting in E2 supports day 1.
This shield also has a bigger aggro, and ranged enemies will most likely attack it. Another unique thing is that when you deploy the shield, Jessica will also change her direction towards where the shield is. It will only last until the shield is gone, but I'm sure it is useful for
like 2 months.
Situations.
Yeah, I'm about that. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been playing the game now. I think my first stream was about 2 months ago, maybe just over, right? But obviously, you've seen what we do in streams, right? We spend about fucking 3/4 of the stream chatting shit, so it's probably like a week of gameplay, actually.
Additionally, when the shield is on the field, it gives Jessica and someone behind her a defense buff. As for talent 2, something like Lim, when the shield is attacked, it has a chance to give Jessica an SP. Some of her skills have a pretty big cost, and her shield might last longer than her skill, so this is certainly useful to boost her SP charge. Just pray you don't lose the 50-50. Now let's see her potential upgrade.
I like showing that stage off, doesn't he?
I think she's fine without extra potential. Then this is
okay,
module.
so it is pretty standard that, yeah. 6-5 mentioned.
It should be released during Siege 2nd collaboration. Too bad it's still far away, because I find her base module quite useful. She and all other sentinels currently have the X module, which will reveal enemy invisibility when they are in range.
Ooh,
and
okay.
for Jessica it also increases her HP, attack and defense. As for the upgrade, it enhances her first
good,
talent, giving the shield more stats and longer duration on each level. This
yeah, pretty much
module
not, yeah.
certainly adds a
Well, and you
unique
compare it to
useful
other
ability
gachas
to
anyway.
her. I think it's still not as important
especially
as
like
Merchant or
Oyo
Duelist,
Gachas.
but it is still a worthy module to unlock for that invisible reveal and extra stats. And just in case
reveal
that
is all
invisible
good, right?
target is out of her normal attack range. Luckily 2 of her skills do extend her range. And for the upgrade, her shield is an important aspect of her, especially when facing a dangerous enemy. So you,
Bro, what the fuck is this? Is this like mining equipment or what? Like, what is going on here?
you might want to consider upgrading it to stage 2 at the very least. Alrighty, let's talk skills. Skill 1 will permanently boost her attack, as well as defense for both Jessica and the shield. Furthermore, the shield will now last much longer. But this skill has a very expensive cost, 90 at level 7, and 70 at M3. So if you want to use this fast, you'll need to deploy her early or use SP support.
Okay, so we've got attack plus 70, self and the shield gains, defense plus 70, and the shield duration plus 30 seconds.
Usually this is not a favorite skill for many, due to the other skills offer more damage and defense utility. But this one still could be useful for AFK gameplay, or you really need her shield to last longer with a little bit more defense. Now let's see skill 2. Jessica will whip out her rifle and unload the whole mag to the enemy. This skill will expand her range to something like a spread shooter. Increases her attack, with a significantly lower attack interval. The DPS from this skill
she seems kind of cool
able
though.
to clear out low to medium defense targets with ease. But
You'll stop questioning the enemy somewhere after fighting sheep, cars, and eldritch abominations. When's my first E2? Well, I can actually E2 Amir right now.
Or add something to her shield. But
I'm just being stubborn
got a
at the minute.
75% dodge against physical and darts. The dodge chance is quite high, so you can safely assume it will active most of the time. The arts dodge
yeah, she does look fun to play actually.
Skill that offers protection against arts damage. Something that most defender like her struggle with. Last but not least, her skill 3, an ammo type skill, very flexible. It increases her interval slightly, but she gains a big attack buff and some defense.
Okay, so what? She gains 310% attack, 80% defense, and a shield gains defense plus 170. The shield is when the shield is deployed, immediately fires a cannon straight ahead, dealing 250% of attacker's physical damage to enemies within range upon impact or reaching the maximum distance, and stuns them for 6 seconds. So basically, she just spent like a bunch of daddy's money on fucking. She's just coming with like the artillery, yeah. She's just coming with a platoon's worth of equipment.
Also, even more defense for her shield. Additionally, she will fire.
Bro, she's popping off a pistol, a rifle, and she looks like she's got a fucking alien marines fucking smart cannon on the hip as well.
Her cannon once whenever her shield is present, dealing high critical damage as well as a long stun. And don't get confused with what I said earlier. She can fire her cannon multiple times in a single skill activation, as long as she still has ammo. Simply retreat and or deploy her shield again, and she will fire her cannon once more. Normally, if she keeps on attacking...
It's like the way she's holding it. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Aliens, the second Alien movie. You know, the Marines, they've got like that one gun that's like attached to their kit, like it straps onto the kit on like a kind of like a gimbal kind of thing. That reminds me of that.
You can make her fire her cannon twice, or more as long as she still has ammo. The cannon and the attack buff she got makes Jessica able to handle some of the high defense targets, with a useful stun that can be triggered at will. And don't forget the extra defense to her and her shield. Could make her withstand even more dangerous physical attacks. Okay, let's see which of her skills is best to master.
Yeah, the smart one, yeah. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Okay, then was Mlynar. Yeah, we'll look at Mlynar, and then we're gonna go. I think I don't know. Okay, here we go. Mlynar. Let's have a look.
Build Mlynar. Short answer: yes.
Let's get past the Let's get to the count. Let's get to the what's it. It's 4:05, so we got to make a decision.
During his idle state.
Okay, so what's his trait? Normally does not attack and has 0 block. When the skill is inactive, attack gradually increase up to 200%. Over 40 seconds, attack is reset when the skill ends.
He will ramp up his attack up to plus 200%.
The funny horse man.
40 seconds. Here we can see an idle Mlynar, reading that newspaper menacingly. After 20 seconds or have accumulated plus 100% attack. He will briefly check his phone and his sword will be ignited by a burning desire.
Okay, that's cool.
After 40 seconds, his sword will have that golden sparkle effect. Now, Mlynar has a big attack multiplier in his skills. So you should wait until he maximizes his attack to make the most out of him. And talking about his skills attack multiplier. Attack buff from other operators can make a big difference in his damage output. Like using Warfarin, Skulter, upcoming operators,
hey, what's up, Reldon? Yeah,
and many others.
At the minute, it's between Degen and Ascalon. I was going to go Ascalon and then pull for Degen, but we've seen that Yu's coming after Degen and Yu looks really good with Lappy, so it's like, okay, we're not doing that. So now it's back to Degen and Ascalon. I think at the minute, I think I'm maybe slightly leaning more towards Ascalon at the minute. I think. You know, I'd say 60-40 at the moment, but this dude's looking pretty dope as well.
Also keep in mind
my guy on the Selector.
SP support operator. They can make him charge his skills faster, but you still need to maximize his tray to make him deal peak of his damage.
I think so. I think so.
Let's see his stats. Considering all of his defensive stats, Mlynar is currently the tankiest guard in game.
I think I've
certainly help him to mitigate enemy attack when
I've relegated Ines to the
As for attack stat, it is low. But thankfully,
to the pile over there at the minute.
He can have a massive attack that even beat the 6-star
He's on the Selector.
Lastly, his cheap DP cost is very helpful to secure a position immediately in a stage, so that he can have time to charge his tray and skill first. Now for talents. His first talent will make him increase his attack.
Okay, so we're increasing our attack to 113% plus 3. When there are 3 or more enemies nearby, increase attack to 118% and reduce damage taken by 15%. So when deployed, increase self-taunt level when any Casimir's operator is attacked, reflect 18% of Mlynar's attack as true damage.
When attacking, further increase it and receive damage reduction when there are 3 or more enemies in 8 surrounding tiles. It's a great talent to permanently increase his damage. The second part of the talent is also great, but when using his skill 3, mostly it will only be active for a brief moment, considering that skill can easily clear enemy's swarm.
Okay, dude does look kind of sick though.
Now for his second talent. When deployed he has a higher taunt level, meaning ranged enemies will almost certainly prioritize targeting him. And also this talent will make Kazim-Yesh operators reflect enemies' attack, with true damage based on some percentage of Mlynar's attack. These are the current Kazim-Yesh operators we have, and Mlynar also included. The aggro control.
Yeah, a few people have mentioned that actually, Reldon.
And the ability to reflect damage. Make him a great bait unit, and serving other purposes while his skill is not active. The damage reflect.
I'm in the order to read the newspaper on the battlefield and make it beyond sick.
The number is not very generous, especially when
the newspaper animation is pretty dope though.
Effect. I rarely see Mlynar or other cars.
Nice VFX as well on the attacks.
With this talent, but all things considered, it is a nice talent to have, particularly for some defense-oriented Kazim-Yesh operators. And his aggro control can be a valuable asset in most cases. And this is his potential upgrade.
I think you should do a coin toss between DJ. I'm down for that. I'm down for doing a toss.
So
I'm down for doing a toss-up, man, honestly.
His potential is not a bad idea, especially with his skill attack multiplier. That attack enhancement is recommended. With his skill 3 the difference is around 200 physical damage. And currently, Liberator doesn't have module. Now moving to his skills. His first skill will multiply his attack and boost his defense. This skill provides a decent burst DPS, has a good cycle, and also the only skill that boosts his defense. But we don't use him for tanking, and his other skills are much better. So you better use his other skills once it is unlocked. Now for the second skill. Increase his attack interval slightly, expand attack range. Attacks deal 2 hits each, dealing critical damage.
Yeah, what'd you reckon?
And if Mlynar killed an enemy using this skill, his tray effect will not reset, and continues gaining
truly
attack
gacha gamers, right? We gamble, and then we gamble.
This skill gives a high
this dude does look cracked
and has
though.
A very quick skill cycle. making it an ideal option to kill one enemy after another. And the ability to not reset his tray is awesome and easy to
One thing
activate.
for Ascalon though, he's
Also
like
make it easier to work with SP support from
he's just
other operators.
skill 2's really good, yeah.
And all this is a great single target
So like we
skill,
can just E1 and we're
but
good,
still
right?
quite replaceable with other operators. And if you have already promoted him to E2, you should use his third skill.
His heart is praying he's lose a 50-50.
Last but not least, his third skill. Expand his attack range. Give it a time bonus to the
Imagine getting selected ticket for 30 bucks and still relying on a 50-50.
The bonus by 10% for each enemy he killed. And this skill will multiply.
I'm kind of torn though, you know what I mean? Did I see a previous question? I didn't, sorry, Mr. Comments. Skill S2 is their best skill. See, like that's the thing that's really tempting me for Ascalon is that is a little bit less need for vertical investment, which at the minute is going to be a lot more useful for me right now. You know, with Degen S3 is the best one, yeah. Ascalon slows good.
This skill single-handedly makes
I guess you know what we'll see. Let me
so
scroll back
far.
up chat, see if I can see
Give him a
comments.
plus
Oh yeah, you said you wanted to check some skins for your selector picks, right? Yeah, if I get chance, it is 10 past 4 now, guys, so I'm going to barely get chance to do this with the character and then, you know.
This skill makes
well, I think that's why the coin toss is a good idea, because if I'm disappointed, then I know which I wanted, right? Like in Friends, when Phoebe tells Rachel she's not pregnant, and then she's sad, and then she's like, I was only joking, you're pregnant. You're obviously happy about it now because you were sad you weren't pregnant. No, you know, maybe that'll work and it'll tell me really what my true heart's desire is, you know what I'm saying?
In both a perfect wave clearer and boss's killer. But be careful of the damage decay. If he defeat an enemy, he will lose 10% attack buff. After defeating 20 enemies, he will lose all of his tray bonus. So if you are targeting a specific enemy or bosses, it's best to keep the other enemies away from Mlynar if possible. Although if you're not fighting a tough boss,
shouldn't worry too much about early power because we can solo more stages.
The is still very high. Also, the tray effect attack bonus will increase the true damage from both this
exactly,
skill and talent
exactly,
too,
Carnage, exactly.
Giving it a decent number
I
for
agree.
additional true damage. And what I love the most about this skill is that the SP cost is almost perfectly cinched to maximize his tray effect.
You're saving for a pot 6 Viviana. Okay, alright. Fair play. Yeah, I really want to get you
it
now.
Also makes him a great heli drop unit.
Seeing that combination with Lappy, it's fire.
Now for skill mastery actually priority. Fire. Well, skill 3 no doubt.
Alright, it's time. It's time. I think I've made my mind. Psychology is a wonderful tool, right? I think I've made my mind. It's between these two. Let's see how I feel, right? Let's see how I feel after doing the spin, and then we'll truly know, right? Maybe it lands on the 1 and I'm like, yes. Maybe it doesn't, and we'd really know what to choose, right? We'll let fate well, I'm you. We'll let who? No, I'm who? I'm who? You're you. He's you. Wait a minute, who's who and who's you? Alright, okay. Let's do it then. What about Exalted is really fun to use? Nah, this is the two. This is the two. This is the two that I'm here for. This is the two that I'm here for now. So, let's leave it to the wheel, and then we'll see how we feel, right? Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Let's go. Spin, 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 spin. You know what? Okay, yeah. We take it. I'm taking it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy with that. I think in my heart, I wanted Ascalon. Honestly. Pick DJ, no! Pick speaking which political side he's on. Stop the votes. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that, chat. I think I'm happy with that. It was close, yeah, it was close. That's almost like how I'm feeling. It was literally like that. Just about Ascalon. Before you reject Degen, have you seen the skin? All right, let's have a look. I'm telling you, this better not make me question everything now. Better not make me question everything. Where's the best way to look at the skin for Degen? Where am I best to go to quickly look? Fate showed his hand, right? Got to archive, yeah? I'm looking in the fashion gallery. Witchfest brand. Witchfest tag. Should be recent. Oh, here we go. What is he? Sort by release. Keep scrolling. You want me to go back out and recent wants to scroll down. Or is this it? I can't get the skin, so I'm not gonna let it. It's not gonna tempt me. But Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my days. No, I refuse to be swayed. Even I can't get the skin anyway. I refuse to be swayed. It's a good job. It's a good job. We're gonna do it then. We're gonna do it then. All right, then let's get into the depot then. Where are we? Where's our recruitment? Here we go. All right. The decision was made for us. No, we're gonna do. Ascalon will get a skin eventually. All women should not act like this. Ascalon will get a good skin soon to us. Yeah, it does look great. Yeah, it does look great, right? It does look great. No, Ines, who rigged the poll. Ascalon's a great choice, so you won't regret having it. I'm hoping so. Like I say, I do think, like, with, you know, as I say, a utility, that slow, the dot, the AoE. Obviously, I know Degen's a ground unit as well. It just, you know, it just feels right. It just feels right for me. It just feels right for me, man. Honestly, it feels right. It's what I'm feeling. All right, let's get it then. Let's get it then. Let's get it.
It's my only name. Call it a code name if you like.
Nah,
but if you want to update my file, you'll have to speak to Dr. Confirm first.
Dude's edging. I'm sorry. Let's go. My heart has chosen, yeah. Do you know what? I think from the first time I seen it, I think it was there. You know what I mean? I think it was there. Very first time you guys showed me, I was just like, man, that I really like that. I really like that. Damn, son. Alright, let's do that.
The training paid off. Not bad.
We need some rocks. Can we make some rocks? Should we farm some rocks? We'll have to farm them off stream. So I have got to get off in a minute, guys. So, yeah, we'll get it promoted. Yeah, should we do the skill, actually? Get the skills done up a little bit. Alright, we need some of these as well, yeah. We'll go farm some of them as well, then. Back to rock farming, chat. We're back to rock farming. This was only 20 bucks. Well, it was like, was it? Well, I guess with the pull as well. Yeah, really. Yeah. Buzzing. Actually, buzzing. Can't do nothing. It's fucking... Alright, it's okay. We'll do it off stream. We'll get it promoted. Actually, hold on, let me just double check. I need to just look at something quickly. Where's she at? Where's my girl at? Hey, am I just like looking straight at her? I'm looking straight at her. Yeah, man. That looking good now. Yeah, I really like her. I really like the design as well, chat. I'm here for it. I think she's going to get a fire skin as well. You know? You're a poor bloker. Like, straight up, yeah. I'm broke. Yeah, I feel like if she gets a skin, it's going to be a banger, yeah. It's going to be a banger, right? Because, like, damn, she looks good, bro. She looks good. You know what I mean? She looks good. So yeah, we'll get her skilled. We'll do some farming off stream, and then we'll give her a whirl tomorrow. Yeah, we'll give her a whirl tomorrow and see how she fits into the squad. Let me just have a little listen to.
Don't bother checking. It's me. That HR op wants me to take a break. Don't trouble yourself trying to figure me out.
Let's have a look at let's have a listen to JP.
じろじろ見るな。私だ。異例の人事部の某責任者が私に休暇を取れと。私を理解しようなど、過去のお前ですらなせなかったことに労力を使うか。私はそれを追い立て。向き合い。最後。
I don't know. What's better, EN or JP?
The training paid off. Not bad. Follow me into the shadows. Right behind you. You've stepped into my domain. Meet me. Meet your death.
Let's have a listen to JP Battle Lines. Let's have a listen to JP Battle Lines. Oh, JP's kind of nice, oh man. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of torn, man. I think they're both just as good as each other. I'm kind of torn. I think we'll go for EN just because I can understand it. But I do like both, actually. I do like both. Should we level up my boy as well? Okay, cool. More rocks. We need to go rock. We need to go rock farming, guys. We need to go rock farming. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Buzzing. Let's go. All right, then. I'm happy with that. Ascalon domain expansion, no way. Back to the mines, right? Back to the mines. All right, then, guys. I appreciate you hanging out today. Showing me some of these showcases, suggesting some units, giving me some tips and tricks as well. You know, obviously. To be fair, you made the decision harder. you made the decision harder, but it's because you were showing me a lot of cool stuff and letting me know about some stuff as well with the characters also, you know. So yeah, back to the mines. I will do. But I'm gonna go get Rosie now anyway, guys. I might be back again tonight, live streaming. I don't know what I'll be streaming now. If I get back on tonight, we might just be doing maybe just some like ZZZ or something, and maybe even some Withering Waves. Who knows? We'll see. I might even play some Oblivion actually. But yeah, if I don't come back tonight, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll continue on with the story. We'll probably do some Coda Brawl as well. We're gonna do some reacts. We're gonna do some yapping. You know the deal. Yeah, man. And I can't wait now. I'm really enjoying the game at the moment, chat. Again, it's my favorite gacha game at the moment. I'm having a blast with it. So thank you for everybody hanging out, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sorry, I was just looking at a bunch of notifications. It's much appreciated. I'll catch you all later. And if I'm live again later, come hop by. If you haven't checked out the video, it loaded earlier. Check it out, guys. And hopefully I'll have some more videos going up over the next few days as well. All right, I'll catch you later, guys. Ta-ra.